If you missed it out there, folks, the girls, they wound up falling 51-38 to the Lady Wildcats. Girls now sit 6-5 on the season. Piedmont raced out to a 24-9 lead after the first quarter. Jillian Crawford, Dakota, my goodness, she had 12 points, and it seemed like they did not miss a shot in that first quarter. Did Piedmont? Piedmont would use that strong first quarter to lead 33-17 at the half. Then in the second half, Woodward actually did outscore Piedmont 23-18, but that would not be enough to complete the comeback. We did see Riley Douglas-Fisher, the sophomore, with 11 points, and Avery Edwards have 10 points in that one. But the one problem there for the Boomers, Dakota, Piedmont held Desley Pfeiffer to her lowest scoring output of the season with 7 points in that one. So that was definitely tough there. And then on the boys' side, kind of more of the same, really. Unfortunately, Woodward fell 60-40 to the Wildcats. They now are 5-6 on the season. Piedmont used a strong second and fourth quarter to be able to, as well as a lot of offensive rebounds, to close that game out, pull away. Now, when Piedmont's Jeremiah Wie, boy, he was a problem. He had 15 points, was well into double figures in the rebounds. Piedmont outscored Woodward in the second quarter 17-5, and in the fourth quarter outscored them 19-10. That was after Woodward had closed the game back to 11 going into that fourth quarter, and so that was kind of how that one ended. Cash Shipley for Woodward led them with scoring with 14 points. Caden Reed and Hunter Mosley also had some strong performances with 10 points apiece in that. So the boys JV here, they're about to finish up. It's 39-37. The Altus JV on top of the Boomers right now. The Woodward girls JV won pretty big over Altus early, I believe, by 40 points. So that was a good result there. But Dakota looking to rebound after a couple tough losses are the Boomers.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate that you play a top 10 team and you lose by 20. Strong showing there from Woodward, but tonight I'm looking to get a win. We should get a win here hopefully tonight. Yeah,
not to say this is a cakewalk tonight. I mean,
no,
and we'll get to it how these two teams are improved. But yeah, on paper, this is one of those that if you're Woodward, you definitely need to win. You need to come out, take the W, take care of business, if you will. We saw the boys, their suit and tie, and business mindset tonight for them for sure. And I know that's going to be the same for Coach Moore and her girls squad. With that boys JV about to finish, it looks like Altus will take the win. They're up 41-37 with just 8 seconds to go. So we'll step aside for our first break, and on the other side, we'll come back and get into the pregame for the girls. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
Nowadays it seems like nothing is built to last. Like phones, appliances, cars, computers. But the new Michelin Defender 2-tire is designed to outlast. With a quiet and comfortable ride, you'll have the confidence you need on the roads, whether they're wet or dry. So goodbye to short-lived, and hello to something that lasts.
Oklahoma with all their glass and door needs, including vehicle and equipment, windshield replacements and chip repairs, rekeying locks, and window and door repairs and installations. Call 256-4324 or stop by 611 Texas Avenue for all your glass and door needs. Good luck, Boomers.
While serving in Afghanistan, I was shot in the head by sniper fire. The fighting was so intense, the medevac chopper was barely able to land. I was given a 5% chance to live. I'm Adam Alexander, and I'm a veteran. Today, I visit classrooms and talk with kids about dealing with life's struggles. I tell them, with a little help and a lot of work, that you can overcome any challenge.
DAV helps veterans like Adam get the benefits they've earned. They help more than 1 million veterans every year in life-changing ways.
I know that some struggles are big and some are small, but they're all struggles, and you have to learn to get through them. With support from DAV, more veterans like me can live their best life. And as a new father, I have one more reason to keep on keeping on. My victory is being there for the next generation.
Adam Alexander, may your victories inspire many more. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
To a Boomer Basketball here. Dakota Wagner, Tyler Riggs with you as we are getting set for the girls to take the court. As mentioned, the Woodward girls coming into this one 6-5 on the season. For Altus, they are 4-6. They had an overtime win against Clinton, 42-48. Excuse me, 52-48. There we go. On Tuesday night, and have really improved Dakota from last year. Last year, Altus on the girls' side was 0-20 on the season, and so this year with those 4 wins, you're already markedly better. And last year in Altus, just for previous history, Woodward defeated the Bulldogs 66-14 here on January 14th, so a day from tomorrow, a day last year from tomorrow, and then on the return trip to Woodward in February, the Boomers defeated Altus 71-17 in that one. And of course, Cecily Pfeiffer had some big games, Mason Porter as well in that, so that's what kind of carried it. Really, Altus last year was very young. They had Aspen Stoltz, who was putting up 10 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. She was doing it all, but unfortunately, she was kind of really the only one they could rely on game in and game out. But this year, it seems like they're, as we talked about, a lot more of an improved squad. They've got some playmakers. We've got a couple in our highlights for sure for Altus. I know Danny Davis, the senior, the lone senior on this roster. She's going to bring kind of that floor general veteran presence, if you will, and she's shown that through the team's first 10 games. Coach Turbush said she's got really good ball sense and knows the game. And Coach Turbush also says she says the mental aspects as well as the physical of the game and of her teammates, and she knows what she wants to do and when she wants to do it. So those quotes coming from head coach Stacey Turbush. And Dakota with her, a guard. Nothing razzle-dazzle with Danny Davis, but just, a solid, consistent contributor for this Bulldog squad.
Yeah, she really likes to, get some inside passes going early on, likes to kind of read what's on the floor and kind of set her her team up for a good offensive possession. If not, she'll flip the switch and she'll turn heads on defense and she'll try to just do anything she can. But, hey, she's a good player. She's going to be one hard to stop. So the girls really got to have the high hands going into this game, try to deflect some passes like they usually do. And if you do that, you've completed step 1.
And then talk about some of the other contributors on this Lady Bulldog squad. The one that's really kind of caught our eye, and we learned she's a newcomer to the team. She was not with this team last year, but was Paris Norfleet. She has really, added an element to this team in a lot of ways. Coach Turbush knew in the preseason she was going to fill holes immediately that they needed within the team, as well bring a good soft touch on offense, and she could shoot off the dribble. And, she just, it seems like, got the total skills, Dakota, the total wide range of skills for the Altus team.
Yeah, going and looking in film against Clinton and against Elgin, she was a ball handler. She's really good with the ball. She has really good dribble moves. She can kind of sneak in the paint and put up some tough shots, kind of like Cecily Pfeiffer. So that's something that the girls are going to have to watch out for tonight. Other than that, hey, she can throw some dimes the other way, get some of her teammates going, getting them hot. She brings a lot of hype to the team, and that's what kind of Altus needs is that hype. And so it's gonna be a tough matchup, to guard her, but nothing we can't handle.
Yeah, and with that as well, she's, we talk about size, and you think, okay, 5'8", not that big. With the girls' game, we know, if you get closer to 6 foot, you definitely have a bit more size than maybe some of the average teams. She stands at 5'8", but she's also got to fill out frame. She's not a, some people might refer to it as a stick. Think Kevin Durant or somebody like that.
Like a toothpick.
Toothpick. Yeah, she is not that.
She got
definitely
to her.
At 5'8" has some muscle, has some frame to work with in that. So that's why we talk about her getting to the paint, getting those soft touches, as Coach Turbush mentioned. It's definitely something to watch because she's got that inside-out game. An interesting one as well to watch tonight for the Altus team will be Maddie Whitaker, just a freshman. She has shown the ability to score from inside and out as well, just her freshman year. She had a growth spurt over the offseason. That's kind of something that Coach Turbush had said, she's working to learn to deal with, right? When you hit a quick growth spurt like that, especially coming into a big-time year like your freshman year, that'll take some work, but she's definitely, been at it and making sure that she's a big-time contributor for this team.
Yeah, and if number 15, Danny Davis, can read her pass, she takes a lot of corner shots for 3. She's not shy from the three-point line, especially as a young person. And, her in-game experience, she seems well-taught, and so she can also be a threat, like you said, inside the paint and out. I'm going to be looking at the home court for some 3 balls from
Absolutely.
her. So definitely got to guard the perimeter. We've had a couple games in a row where the three-point has been biting us really badly from Addie Matthews, and then against Piedmont. You know, we got
Joey Crawford, and then really the rest of the team was hitting as well. So
he's got to guard the perimeter.
Definitely. And finally, kind of the last one to highlight here, this one, simply because we talked about last year, really was Aston Salt's carrying a load. This player showed some fire as a freshman. Wasn't always consistent night to night, but has definitely developed her game, and that's Macy Hayes. Coach Turbrush said she did play, tough as a freshman last year and really kind of impressed her with natural instincts for the game and a quick first step, which we saw on display last year. She had some plays in that game, even though it was a lopsided score. We said, hey, that's going to be a player down the road that you will definitely have to watch for the Altus team. Coach Turbrush also added, she's not the tallest, but she's not afraid of contact. She's willing to get in there and mix it up. With the bigs, if you will, she needs to get into the paint, both offensively and defensively.
I feel like she really brings a lot of confidence for this team. That's why she's so good, is because that confidence level goes a long way in these girls. If you have confidence, your game's going to be a lot better. You're not going to be worried about missing shots. You're just going to hop on, flip the switch, and continue how you continue your game.
Definitely so. With that, before we take another break, we do want to thank our great sponsors with us that power us here on Z92. Also, in turn, of course, support Boomer Athletics. That'd be High Plains Tire, gold sponsor of the Boomer Coaches Show, Top Cat Football Wear and Accessories, Dairy Queen, who is our halftime sponsor, Keller Broach Insurance, Great Plains National Bank, Dr. Chrisley Mosley, First Republican Tile Company, Triple Clean Car Wash, Divine's Radio Shack, KFC Taco Bell, and Long Shots Bar and Grill, who is our Coaches Show host. Also, of course, got to thank Boomer TV for coming out as they do. This is not an easy road trip to always make. You're looking at a long 2 hours, nearly 2.5. Chris Godwin out tonight. It was Kurt Province with us Tuesday. Chris is out here tonight as the lead instructor, if you will, the lead representative there in the program. And then on the student side, we got Dion Harris again tonight with us, as well as Amory Rivera. So thanks to them for being able to come out and make sure we have the best of both worlds, as we like to call it. Definitely adds a lot of quality, I think, to be able to, have the video stream if you want to watch it, or have the audio stream. Either way, we have got you covered, especially when it's combined like we are. I do want to mention what's ahead for Woodward as well, and we'll reiterate this towards the end of the night. But coming up on Tuesday, I mentioned they will host the Hooker Bulldogs, who are ranked both in the top 15 and 2A. And then they feature some really good talent, some returning stars from last year, as well as some new faces. Then on Thursday, Dakota, at this time next week, we'll be in the thick of the Jones tournament. We will make that trip down there, have that coverage for you on Z92 for sure. And that will be a tournament, as we know, filled with some great talent, both, with the host of Jones on the girls' side. The boys obviously have a win over Woodward. We will get a rematch to start the tournament.
We'll
on
talk
the boys'
about
side.
that one.
Yeah, we'll get to that one probably on Tuesday and talk about that more in depth. We'll carry each of the Woodward games here on Z92 Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. Also want to mention, Round Ball Roundup coverage has begun on K101 tonight. Kate Kennedy is in Sealing as Heyman is there taking on the Wildcats and the Lady Wildcats. This matchup with the Lady Warriors and the Warriors. That girls' game is maybe the biggest game in the state tonight, although I think Weatherford and Tuttle would have something to say about that as well, as they're clashing tonight. But that is a fantastic girls' game. Top 5 matchup as Heyman's top 5 team in Class B, Sealing one of the top 5 teams in Class A. You're seeing two of the best players in the state. Heyman's Henley West, who is 6'4" as a sophomore. Dakota, the merit tournament, she had a 27-point, 19 rebound, 3 block, 3 steal game.
The game could go maybe a little long tonight, folks, so don't be shy to, check out what Kate has to offer on K101.
And then on the Sealing girls side, Bracey Nyberg, one of the top players in the state for her class, has already had a couple gold balls as a junior. That's incredible.
Like last year?
Or a gold ball as a junior, I should say. Yeah, last year they're defending Class A state champions. The boys game, the Sealing boys are ranked. The Hammond boys kind of trying to find themselves. They're not quite maybe what they were last year. Had some great talent graduate, and so they're kind of figuring out who's going to be some big contributors for them going forward. So with that, we will take another break. Got to about 10 minutes or so, maybe a little less, before we get the national anthem here, starting lineups, and get to all the good stuff. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92 and Boomer TV.
People investing in people. That's what they're all about at Great Plains Bank, because life isn't a transaction, it's a journey. And on that journey, we're greater together. Great Plains Bank has locations in your local area because they're here to serve you. Great Plains Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Dr. Christy Mosley at 9th Street Vision Clinic is a family practice providing glaucoma and cataract management, contact lenses, designer frames, plus 1-hour service on most single vision glasses. Call 254-5060 or stop by 1602 9th Street in Woodward.
You know, nowadays it seems like nothing is built to last. Like phones, appliances, cars, computers. But the new Michelin Defender 2-tire is designed to outlast. With a quiet and comfortable ride, you'll have the confidence.
Don't worry about answering back. I'm going to get you an extra minute in here.
Goodbye to short-lived and hello to something that lasts.
Visit your local Michelin dealer, High Plains Tire at 2220 Main Street in Woodward.
As you go about your daily life, look closer. As you gather with family and friends, look closer. Right in your community, there are youth who don't have the home, warmth, and healing you have. So, look closer. Every year across America, a staggering 4.2 million youth are homeless or trafficked. Covenant House is the national leader providing safe housing for youth, 50 years strong. Tonight, 2,000 young people will sleep safely in a Covenant House bed. And tomorrow, they will wake up surrounded by love. Every youth who walks into Covenant House gets clean clothes, hot meals, medical care, and a safe place to sleep 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in sites across America to help them fulfill the great promise of their lives. So look closer at Covenant House and help us fight youth homelessness. To help or get help, go to covenanthouse.org.
What if one day you went to your secret hiding place? You know, that spot that only you know about? And instead of what you came for, you found something a little different. What if instead of your private stash, you found a simple phone number, 1-800-662-HELP? What would you do? Would you stop and give it some thought? Would you make the call? The truth is, all drug use comes with risk. Before those risks become real, before drugs turn your life upside down, before drugs take their toll on you and your family, know that there is help. You can quit. If you or someone you love is struggling with drug use or prescription drug misuse, call 1-800-662-HELP for 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral, or go to samhsa.gov/thereishelp.
And welcome back to Boomer Basketball on Z92 as well as Boomer TV. Dakota Wagner, Tyler Riggs with you here as we are about set for the Altus Lady Bulldogs to take on the Woodward Boomers. And Dakota, we talked in depth there about Altus and what to watch out for with them. For the Boomers tonight, we talked about, you know, I know both coaches, as we talked to Wednesday on the coaches show, wanted to kind of buck this three-game losing streak, right? You've played some great teams, but at the same time, you're also losing 3 games in a row, which it doesn't feel good to be able to do that, right? To be in a stretch where you're 1-3 over the last week or so, essentially out of the break. It was around this time, though, last year that, especially on the girls' side, they started to really click. They would go on to win 8 of their last 9 going into the postseason. Then you win district championship. You take the regional championship over Kingfisher. You come up ultimately 1 game short of state in areas. And, you know, I think the big thing, the difference is for this team last year compared to this year at this time is that, you know, Desley Pfeiffer still obviously
Desley
the
Pfeiffer.
show, right? She's the girl just as she was last year that you got to watch out for. We know I finally got to add up the numbers over the first 11 games here for Woodward. She has put up 226 points. Remember, started the year at 994, broke 1,000 in that first game against Clinton for a career, and is averaging 20.5 points. So that's your 20-point-per-game scorer. The difference last year is you had senior Maisie Porter that provided kind of that floor general mentality we're talking about, was averaging about 10 points a game. They haven't got that consistent production from your second and your third starter, if you will, yet. We're starting to see flashes. We saw Bradley Douglas Fisher have a really good game against Piedmont. Also saw Avery Edwards pick up 10. She's had a couple of those performances, but It seems like this team is still searching for that second person outside Thesleigh to say, hey, I'm here. I'm going to get you at least 10 points tonight.
And that's someone that that we need is a 10-point scorer in every game. You know, like you said, Briley Douglas Fisher, she's getting help now from Avery Edwards now here in a little bit. But, hey, this Boomer team, 1-3 in the last, week, like you said, we got to turn things around. We got to start clicking. We got to find that rhythm early. Something that we've struggled over the last week or so, And so tonight, it's not going to be a win, a guaranteed win.
Right, you got to come out and earn it.
You got to come out and earn it. Last year, sure, they went 0-20.
Right.
But this is a new team. They have new talent. And, hey, you gotta play like it's win or go home, because every game you should play like that.
Absolutely. And, it sounds simple enough, but we know, hey, these are high school kids. There's
the scrappy ones can bite you in the rear.
They can, right? But
we saw that like Jones.
We did on the boys' side. That was only a 2-6 Jones squad, but we made up pregame like, hey, they'd played a tough schedule. They had played some good competition.
It showed.
And here for Altus, it's going to be the same thing. They played a good amount of ranked 5A teams. They played a little bit of 6A and played across. So despite the losing record coming in, it's definitely a team, like the coach saying, we got to come out forward tonight and make sure we take care of if you're the Boomers. And, back to talk about what Coach Moore was, this tough stretch, how she responded to it at least, and her staff, that, hey, the pressure isn't always going to be able to kind of, work, if you will, against some of those better teams. So something we've seen them do, and this is why we mentioned Briley Douglas Fisher and Avery Edwards as other potential solid contributors outside Thesleigh, is that they've gone to some more set plays in the half court, right? Whether it's to try to free up a look for Thess, even though she's facing a lot of pressure. They're essentially diamond and one or box and one, or a lot of those top teams are for good reason. And then, that means, okay, who's going to be able to step up and score? We saw Briley Douglas Fisher now a couple times out of the break here. She's got kind of a different mindset. It seems like she's mean, she's angry. Coach Moore has talked about Coach Gaines and her experience. Obviously, Coach Layla Gaines, and
Coach Gaines,
outstanding player in her own right. Back today was Division I at Texas, and really has gone to work trying to make sure the post, whether that be Douglas Fisher, whether it be Riley Moore, know that, hey, when you're down there, you got to bring it.
And I feel like she's done a very good job with Douglas Fisher, really creating her into someone that not only Coach Gaines wants, but someone that Briley also wants to be, a key player, because once Thesleigh leaves and she graduates, who's going to step up? And that's kind of the question. We haven't seen that the next person, because we knew Thesleigh Pfeiffer was going to fill in for Macy Porter and that, but, now we're looking at Douglas Fisher, Riley Moore, Jocelyn Treese. There's just a handful of players that have that game, but we just haven't seen them go crazy with it yet.
Right, be that consistent. I want to make a small correction. I don't know why I said Layla. I meant Kayla Gaines. Doug is out there somewhere. Doug Gaines listening and saying, "Man, I'm going to get you." He is the, he's the better half, if you will, to Coach Kayla Gaines. Also, Coach Lacey Wilson. I know Coach Moore has shouted her quite a few times as well as, hey, she's doing some great work. So definitely seeing if that could come to fruition tonight, as we're just only about a minute away here, it should be, from getting our national anthem and our starting lineup. So as soon as we get that, of course, we will turn it over to the PA announcement. But
I thought she was talking.
People, I tell you what, I don't know what it is. Everywhere we travel, at Piedmont Tuesday, Dakota's getting random knuckles,
I'm telling
high
you,
fives, and then we think people will shout out here in stands. I don't know what it is.
If you want an autograph, just come ask me for one. I won't be shy to give you one, folks.
But Dakota, as we get ready to get this one going here, what's kind of a final key for you tonight for Woodward to be able to come out here and get the win?
Past 3 games, folks, I said it once, say it again, gotta guard the perimeter.
Yeah.
Woodward has been getting beat on the 3-point ball just over the last week and a half, 2 weeks. It's something that I think they've worked on is trying to get better at the perimeter, but this is going to be a team that we're gonna see as Madeline Whitaker. She can hit some threes. Not only her, Danny Davis. Sometimes she'll step back every now and then and she'll hit one. You gotta be careful just about everything you do with this team. Scrappy, but let's flip it over to the PA.
Yep, as we've got the national anthem coming up here. And there was the starting lineups. Also had the national anthem there by the Altus band. But for the starting lineups for the Boomers, it's that same 5 we have seen all season long. It'll be Riley Moore, Riley Douglas Fisher, Avery Edwards. It'll be Jocelyn Treese, and it'll be Thesley Pfeiffer, the 5. For Altus, it will be Danny Davis, Maddie Whitaker, Parrish Norfleet, Jenna Blackford, and Macy Hayes, the 5 there. And Woodward wearing their traditional road black uniforms, black jerseys, black shorts with some gold trim, white numbers, and white text, I should say, as well, trimmed by gold. For Altus, home whites, white jerseys, white shorts, navy blue, the rest as far as trim, numbers, and text. Dakota.
They have something pretty cool here. The warm-up jerseys for the girls say Turbo Stuff.
There you go. And there's the tip. It's underway, and Altus will control it. They'll win it. They're going right to left in front of us in this first half. They'll give it over to Norfleet in the right wing. Now right corner. There's a shot by the freshman Whitaker on the 3. That's no good. Rebound fought for it. Comes down to Avery Edwards. The Boomers will get their first possession. Thesley Pfeiffer will now walk it up the court here. Jog it up, I should say. Now goes left wing to Douglas Fisher. In the left corner to Riley Moore. She's checked there by Whitaker. Now up top to Edwards. She's checked by Norfleet. Edwards dribbles around the semicircle to the top of the key. Goes right wing to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer missed a flash and open Riley Moore. Now swing around the corner to Edwards inside to Douglas Fisher. She's going to lose the handleballs on the ground. A whistle, a tie up, and a jump ball. Possession arrow should stay with Woodward, and it will. So still 0-0, just underway here in the first quarter. 7:22 to go. Now an inbound for the Boomers goes into Pfeiffer. She'll drive into the paint. Shot a bit strong, no good. Rebound by Douglas Fisher, puts it back up and in.
And that's what I like to talk about Douglas Fisher on the pregame. Just her getting in there right away is what we like to see.
So 2-0. Boomers on top first as they take lead. Altus the other way quick, trying to get into the paint. It's turned over out of bounds off the hands of Jenna Blackford.
Good defense by Douglas Fisher getting in her face where she couldn't see her shot.
Had to get back quick as Altus was trying to push off the basket by the Boomers. Now it'll be Avery Edwards taking it across the timeline here for Woodward. She goes right wing to Pfeiffer as Woodward trying to work on that half-court set. We'll swing around Treese in the left corner to Edwards. Thought about the 3. Now tries to dish inside to Moore. Pass a bit off. And Moore's going to chunk it out of bounds, trying to kick it back out to Treese. And Dakota, that's one of those possessions where things just, you get yourself a little sped up there.
You got to talk on the court. You got to communicate with your girls.
So the inbound here for Altus will go to Norfleet. Now she'll swing it around, get it back as they're trying to break the press. They do. Up to Wicker. Wicker tries to bounce pass it down to Blackford, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds by the Boomers. They'll stay here with Altus. So you tell Coach Turbrush making sure her girls are not threatened by that press so far.
Good hand by Riley Moore to get her hand on that.
Inbound's going to be Danny Davis. She'll swing it out to the right corner there to Macy Hayes. Excuse me, left corner. Now they're working around the right corner to Davis. Inside now to Norfleet with the spin move. Puts up the basket. It's no good off glass. Rebound tipped out by Pfeiffer, and she'll control it in the left corner, but she's double teamed. And they're going to say it's out of bounds off Thesley as she caught that rebound. Dakota tracked it down, but was in trouble.
Yeah, just unfortunate she could not get anyone to get a hand on that.
So it'll be inbounds here for the Bulldogs. It'll be Davis and the Norfleet back to Davis, the left corner. Now she'll feed it to Norfleet, trying to drive inside. Has to dump it off to Blackford. Blackford in a bit of trouble. Kicks it back out. They work around the right wing. Whitaker for 3. That one off for him, no good. Rebound tipped and now controlled by Riley Moore. And they say she traveled. Wow.
I think she did, Tyler. She did take a step, and then she switched hands and kept walking.
And Michelle Barr will come in now as Coach Moore not happy with it.
No, silly mistake.
And so into the left corner, it will be Macy Davis, or excuse me, Macy Hayes with it, but a pass stolen by Pfeiffer the other way in transition for the layup, and it's good. The Boomers lead 4-0.
Pfeiffer looking like herself early on. That's what I'd like to see.
Yep, easy steal and score. Now the press is on as Norfleet with the ball. Dribbles it over to Davis on the pass. She's double teamed across the timeline and turns it back over. Good double team there from Avery Edwards and Jocelyn Treese to force that one.
Tyler, it looked like Danny was a little scared out there.
And that's not something you see from the senior. It's been pretty steady for him so far in the season.
She tripped up herself, and the ball just rolled out of bounds like she knew the pressure was coming. It got to her.
Left wing now. Pfeiffer has it. Top the key to Barr. She'll swing to Treese down the right corner. Avery Edwards open for 3. She'll take it. That one just a bit strong to a good rebound. Taken by Maddie Whitaker, but the pass almost stolen. It is stolen by Edwards to Pfeiffer for mid-range jumper, and that's good.
Just like that, you know, Pfeiffer at the free-throw line. That's like where she likes to take the shots.
It might as well be a layup for her. And now the other way, a foul by the Boomers as Parrish Norfleet was trying to take it across timeline, and she got bumped by Jocelyn Treese. Be the first foul for either team in this ball game. Boomers lead though 6-0 with 5:20 to go in this first quarter. Now Altus gets the inbounds. They'll give it to Norfleet across the timeline. She's double teamed there though by Treese and Pfeiffer, and they're going to say a foul. That's kind of an interesting one, and they'll tag Pfeiffer with it. I didn't see much, but it was kind of back towards us, so it's hard to see the angle there. Now the inbound will go into Norfleet. Dakota had mentioned her ball handling skills, and she's kind of been the trusted one, it seems like, against pressure. Now Edwards would check it on, almost forced a turnover.
Most girls would have turned that over right there, but she's got an eye on her handle.
Swing it left wing. Danny Davis for three. That's off no good. Backside rebound taken by Jocelyn Tree. She'll push now for the Boomers. Up to Edwards. Edwards looking to Barr, passes off, but Douglas Fisher tracks it down on the right block. She'll drive, puts up the shot, gets some contact, but no call. Pfeiffer was maybe looking for it on the wing, didn't get it. Now Davis will have it. She'll flip it up to Blackford in the right corner to Whitaker. She blows by Treese, puts up a tough one there on the baseline. That's no good. Offensive rebound, though, by Norfleet. The shot up on the fadeaway and gets it in. She's got the first bucket for Altus, 6-2, Boomers on top. Now the other way, swing over to Avery Edwards in the left wing, and Pfeiffer went in, and Edwards thought she was staying out. It's going to be an over and back. Great save by Jocelyn Treese, but unfortunately not going to matter. And Dakota again, a bit of that miscommunication and a timeout here by Coach Lacey Moore. She'll take one. 4:22 to go in the quarter. Boomers lead 6-2. We'll step aside with them. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
When I grow up, I want to be a teacher because they know a lot of awesome stuff. I'll stand in front of the class and make sure everyone knows what I know.
If your child is sick over and over again, it could be PI, a serious defect of the immune system. Early testing gives children a chance to dream.
And when I'm a teacher, my favorite subject will be recess.
Jeffrey Modell Foundation, helping children reach for their dreams. Visit info4pi.org.
Boomers lead 6-0 here, or 6-2 in the first quarter. Altus with the possession out of the timeout. A tough shot on the right block by Jenna Blackford, and she gets it to go for the Lady Bulldogs. Now 6-4. Boomers the other way. Pfeiffer with it right wing. We'll go left wing to Edwards. She'll tee up the three from there. That one just rims out. Had a clean look at it. Rebound fought for. Gets tipped around. Norfleet, no on the ground. Pfeiffer now between her and Norfleet. A jump ball and possession arrow will side with Altus.
Tyler, I said it in a broadcast. You re-mentioned it on the coach's show. When we travel somewhere kind of down deep, it seems like a lot more physical, and they don't call as much.
Yeah, and we see some contact in the paint early. Not any calls on those. 2 point. Almost a travel by Blackford, but still anyways by Pfeiffer off the inbound. She'll drive, gets down to the left block, and then they will say travel, but she took contact from Norfleet. So it again highlights what we were just talking about, where, hey, they're going to let some contact go.
Yep, Desley said that's not a travel.
So Altus the other way with it. They break the press. Now Macy Hayes, she'll take it from the left wing. She'll drive, puts up the shot. That's off no good. Rebound fought for. Blackford saves it. And they kick it back out now up top to Whitaker. She'll go right wing to Norfleet. Norfleet feeds to Davis near the Altus logo at the center. Back over to Norfleet, high right wing. She pitches inside to Blackford. It is good size, 5'11". She almost travels with it, collects it though, puts up a tough shot over Ibarra. Shot no good. Now a foul underneath as Maddie Whitaker fouls Briley Douglas Fisher. Going for the rebound, it'll be Boomer ball. So 6-4, Woodward on top, 3:10 to go in this first quarter, and they have the possession. Treese feeds left wing to Pfeiffer. Now up top to Barr, right wing now to Edwards, right corner. Treese, quick three from there. That one offline, no good. Rebound taken by Norfleet. Norfleet going the other way, checked by Pfeiffer. Down the right side, spin move, gets into the paint through a double team, puts up a shot. It's no good. It was literally going through the underneath part of the rim. Rebound by the Boomers. Pfeiffer 3-on-1. Nice bounce pass down to Edwards. Foul. Shot no good. Almost went in, but Avery Edwards will go to the line for 2 free throws after a great dime by Desley Pfeiffer in transition. That foul going to be the second on Whitaker. Second team foul for Altus.
Parrish Norfleet, that's going to be a real tough matchup for Desley Pfeiffer because Norfleet kind of bodies up against Pfeiffer and really makes her.
Earlier, yeah.
Pfeiffer's having a very, very tough time defending her because of kind of how the way Norfleet pushes off on her, and it's kind of interesting how to watch this.
Both free throws by Edwards good, so the lead extended now. 8-4 Boomers on top. 2:45 to go in first. Altus again trying to break that press, and the pass picked off as Whitaker was trying to find Blackford. Pfeiffer comes up with it, though. She's going down the other way for the Boomers, right wing, near the right block. A little up and under. Nice feed inside to Barra. She tries to make a move. Now Douglas Fisher, a nice shot there.
Nice.
As Douglas Fisher over a back shoulder from the left block up in there.
Wow. Beautiful play.
And again, that confidence we were talking about Dakota as Coach Gaines has worked with her now. Altus this time gets a clean look off breaking the press. Macy Hayes can't make it though. Second opportunity by Wicker. That's no good.
Good
Rebound
defense
by Pfeiffer. Boomers will push. Now Treese going to slow it up a little bit. Goes to the top and sits it up for Woodward. 10-4.
Good defense in the paint there by Michelle Ibarra.
Yeah, getting back again in that transition.
The confidence level is
into corner. 3 on the way for Treese. Wide open. That one's short, no good.
Good save.
And that's a rebound from Treese as it comes back to her. Now Pfeiffer will get it at the top. She thinks about 3, kicks it over to Edwards in the left wing. Now inside to Pfeiffer on a give and go. A little jumper there, gets it.
Tyler, she just wanted it right inside the paint. She wanted it in her spot.
And she got it. She's got 6. Boomers lead 12-4. Now the other way, Northfleet double team, ball's loose. Pfeiffer picks it up, shovels it up to Edwards. Edwards tries to go up and under on Day. Davis contact, no call, ball out of bounds. And it will stay with the Boomers.
Couldn't get the basket there, but hey, beautiful read there by Thessaley Pfeiffer to see the open shot.
And how about the defense to force that turnover on Northfleet?
Beautiful.
Put her in a phone booth, so to speak, on the double
Riley
team.
Douglas Fisher has really stepped up in the last couple of games.
So now inbound will go to Pfeiffer on the right side. She gets checked there by Davis, has a kick back out to Edwards through her hands, but she'll collect it now at the top. Into the paint to Douglas Fisher. Kick out Pfeiffer, right corner for 3. That one, just a bit short. Good look, though. Rebound backside by Northfleet, and the Lady Bulldogs look to push. Dangerous pass there to Dane Davis, almost picked off by Pfeiffer. She gets, though, flips up to Macy Hayes. She'll drive, puts over the shot over a bar, and gets it to go.
Ibarra did everything right there, setting the feet, everything, just unfortunately got around her.
Boomers push quick the other way. Pfeiffer into the paint. The aggression gets a roll and gets it to go down.
She made Danny Davis kind of fall a little bit there.
So 14-6, a fast-paced first quarter here. Boomers on top of 45 seconds. Double team on Northfleet. She can't get it the pass off. Gets it to Pfeiffer, who stole it, and Pfeiffer gets the foul on the shot from the right block as Northfleet pressured there, turned it over, and then commits the foul, and Pfeiffer goes to the line for 2 free throws.
Northfleet talking there with Coach Turbush because she said, how do I get around her? How do I get around Thessaly? I can't.
There's that Boomer pressure. Oh, the free throw just runs out for Thessaly. But Dakota, Coach Turbush, she's the assistant athletic director as well as the girls' head coach.
Turbush tough.
Has got a lot of experience, was a fantastic player for the late Janice Beach back in the day, and has just got a lot of knowledge now on the inbound. Almost still there for the Boomers. Second free throw by Pfeiffer was made, so it's 15-6, 43 seconds to go. Altus with the possession again, trying to break that press. They get Northfleet down the right side. She will get across the timeline. Now kicks over 3 all the way there for the Bulldogs.
I think Pfeiffer got a piece of that.
That was Bella Cortez who was at the ball game. I think you're right. Pfeiffer got a piece of that, but they'll say it's out of bounds off of Altus after the miss.
We'll take it.
Ball.
Good way for the Boomers, in this first quarter to really kind of set the tone here, Tyler, and that's what Coach Moore wants to see. That's what Coach Gaines wants to see.
Absolutely. Right wing, Jocelyn Treese with it. Now feeds inside to Douglas Fisher. Double team, tries to put the shot. Shot is blocked from behind there by Blackford. Rebound by Hayes. She'll kick it up to Davis. Now to Northfleet down the right side. Loses the handle for a second. Edwards jumps in. Going to force the jump ball. Should be Woodward ball. Nope. Possession arrow is going to side with Altus.
I didn't forget also Coach Wilson.
Yep, Coach Lacey Wilson. Got to get her in there, because she's done a fantastic job as well. Inbound now for Altus. They'll get it into the baseline to Coach Blackford. To Jenna Blackford. Look what she got me doing. And still here, Macy Hayes on the block. Got ripped away, and the Boomers try to float it up at the last second from Pfeiffer. Shot's no good. And that's how we end the first quarter. Woodward will lead 15-6 as we head into the second. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
Nowadays it seems like nothing is built to last. Like phones, appliances, cars, computers. But the new Michelin Defender 2-tire is designed to outlast. With a quiet and comfortable ride, you'll have the confidence you need on the roads, whether they're wet or dry. So goodbye to short-lived, and hello to something that lasts.
Visit your local Michelin dealer, High Plains Tire at 2220 Main Street in Woodward.
Imagine a disease that affects more than 10 million Americans, yet few know its name. I'm talking about lymphedema, LE. Many people, like my mom, get it as a result of cancer treatment, and afterwards face a lifetime of swelling and pain. The cruel irony is many times its severity can be lessened only if you learn about it and act in advance. If you're at risk, ask your doctor about lymphedema. Take this as your chance to learn and live. Learn more at lymphaticnetwork.org.
Welcome back to Boomer Basketball. Dakota Wagner, Tyler Riggs with you on Z92 and Boomer TV as we begin the second quarter. Woodward on top 15-6 here over the Altus Lady Bulldogs. First possession for the Boomers of the quarter. Right wing Treese with it. Outside to Michelle Barra. She tries to feed back to Treese on the left corner. Out to Pfeiffer though on the wing. Thought about the three, didn't take it. Now we'll use the dribble to go up top here at the top of the key. Goes right wing to Douglas Fisher. Fisher goes to Treese, and they try to find Pfeiffer on the wing. Treese, though, going to turn, drive to the paint. Good look. Couldn't get it to go down. Pfeiffer was open, though, on the wing. Rebound by the Bulldogs. Danny Davis will take it the other way now. She'll walk it up. Boomers have backed the pressure off to half court. Now Davis flips it down to Whitaker. They leave her open for a long two inside the three-point line. She gets it. So Maddie Whitaker with her first bucket. And it's 15-8. Boomers the other way quick. Douglas Fisher down to the baseline. We'll kick back out to Edwards. Edwards trying to find Pfeiffer. Pass it off. Turnover. Altus comes up with the Davis now across the timeline down the right side. Gets to the wing. Goes to the corner to Whitaker. Picks up her dribble. Now double team there on the wing. In trouble between Treese and Edwards. And Norfleet comes to her. Top of the key. Hayes comes up with it for three. That one off glass. Off rim. No good. Rebound Boomers. Outlet up to Douglas Fisher. He'll be open for the layup. And gets it to go down. Riley Douglas Fisher now with 6. Thought Pfeiffer had 9 in that first quarter, Dakota. They've combined for 15, the Boomers 17.
I'm liking the teamwork so far. Very good showing for teamwork.
Now the other way goes Altus. Bounce pass over to, I believe that's Whitaker on the ground. Treese comes up with it. Still has possession. Is there a timeout? No, they'll say a travel. And Coach Moore was, I think about the timeout, but didn't take it.
Good defense transition. You know, we talked about Desalee and Briley, but wait for Treese, to get in there.
Sound inbound for the Bulldogs. Blackford with a long jumper on the left side. That's no good. Second chance for Macy Hayes. She can't get the shot to go, but gets the foul and will go to the line for 2 free throws. So 17-8. Boomers on top with 6:18 to go.
That's going to be her third.
Treese.
It has to be your third. No, that's her second.
Because Pfeiffer had the other foul. First free throw from Hayes. That's no good. Riley Moore will come in for Treese.
So we have Ibarra, Moore, Pfeiffer, Douglas,
and Edwards.
That's
your 5 there for the Boomers. Second free throw for Hayes. That's good. So splits the pair. She now has 3. 17-9. Boomers on top the other way. Avery Edwards down to the right block. Nobody picked her up. Got a shot off, but a good closeout by Blackford. And Edwards is down after the contact. There's some contact. She's still down here on the ground. And they're still playing on. Still, though, by Pfeiffer. And Edwards is under the basket here. And finally a whistle as they finally see her as Edwards took a hard fall after that one.
I think she's got a cramp maybe.
I don't know. There's some late rotation. Looks like Chloe Clements is about to come in here for it.
Oh, it's definitely a cramp. Well, maybe not.
I don't know. She's kind of.
She's trying to stretch that leg out. She says it's her knee. Is what she just said.
Okay, well, injury timeout here. 17-9. Boomers on top. 5:59 to go in the half. We'll step aside for a break as they tend to miss Edwards. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Boomer TV and Z92.
Using meth taught me everything about freedom, only not like you think. It taught me how easy it is to lose your freedom. If you think meth is taking control of you, ask for help. You have the power to be truly free. I know. I'm Jan, and I'm free from meth.
If you or someone you know is struggling with meth, call 1-800-662-HELP for 24-hour free and confidential treatment referral. Learn more at samhsa.gov/meth.
And back here on the inbound, the Boomers going to draw a foul as Leslie Pfeiffer gets fouled as soon as she got the inbounds pass. And they're going to get Danny Davis with it. Do want to say that Avery Edwards They helped her off the court, was able to at least walk, but couldn't put much pressure on that knee, so hopefully she will be all right. Chloe Clements did come in for her. Up top, Thesley Pfeiffer will have it. She'll feed to Riley Moore beside her. Now Moore dishes it to Douglas Fisher. Moore hits it for it, gets tripped up. As they're working back now between Douglas Fisher and Pfeiffer on the high extended elbows there. Now right wing to Clements. Clements to Pfeiffer, who's cutting in. Pfeiffer going to look to get into the paint. Nice dish over to Barr, who's open after the double team. Barr can't get the first shot to go, but goes up for the second and gets fouled.
Wait for a Barr, you know, to really get in there, get her own rebound, Tyler. Wow.
And again, Thesley just diamond right now. She's finding these girls open the paint. They're not quite finishing yet, but she's really doing a good job of finding them. First free throw for Barra, no good.
Good form, just unfortunately rims out there, Tyler.
Yeah, that's something that she's, you know, definitely trying to prove, that free throw line. For her.
Hey,
second one, that's good. That
nothing but net.
Yes, sir.
That's what we like to see.
So Barra with her first point. Boomers lead 18-9. They double up Altus here, 5:25 to go in a half. Now the face of the full court pressure passes Wild. He gets the Blackford down to the left side. She double teamed though there, and a steal by Douglas Fisher. She tries to go over to Pfeiffer. Contact between her and Norfleet, and it's a Barr that comes up with it. Barr back to Riley Moore, and Moore will take it across the timeline, hand off to Douglas Fisher. Now goes right wing to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer has a dribble, still looking for somebody inside though. Now feeds it down to Barr. They're one-on-one with Blackford. Kick back out to Clements at the elbow. Back to Pfeiffer at the top. She'll turn, she'll drive, gets cut off. Douglas Fisher, left wing for three. That one a bit offline, no good. Rebound taken by Macy Hayes, but she's instantly tied up, I think, by a Barr and a jump ball. Possession arrow with Altus. So good job there for a Barr to fight for the board, Dakota.
Really get in there and trying to control the situation. I like to see that. I like the aggression.
Absolutely. And now Altus the other way, again trying to break that press. Hayes comes up with it, top of the key. Now back to Danny Davis near the timeline. She'll go right wing to Norfleet, into the corner to Whitaker. Whitaker dribbling back out a little bit, flips over to Davis. They go to Hayes, now in the left corner to Norfleet, checked by Douglas Fisher. Norfleet trying to take on her. Douglas Fisher, good cut off. Now back up to Davis, who dribbles it around, swings it over to Whitaker, loses the handle for a second, but gets it back. Now her and Davis play catch. They swing it back to Norfleet in the corner, trying to get her one-on-one, but Douglas Fisher has done a good job. Now a cross-court kick to Davis, right corner for three, and that one offline, no good. Rebound fought for. Michelle Barr comes up with it for the Boomers. Now flips ahead to Douglas Fisher in transition. Uses a crossover across the timeline. Now left wing to Pfeiffer. Tees up a three from there. That one's strong, no good. Rebound though. Clements was there on the backside, but went off her and then went off Maddie Whitaker, and it'll be Boomer basketball.
Good hustle there by Barr, you know, to really get the offense started on there, and then pass there from Douglas Fisher.
So inbound, Douglas Fisher goes to Pfeiffer at the top of the key. Now bounce down to Moore in the paint. She's double teamed. Still puts up the tough shot. Almost gets to go. Gets her own rebound. Puts that back up. It won't go. And finally, the rebound leaks out to Jenna Blackford. And Altus will control and take it the other way. They trail 18-9, 3:45. Now steal by Pfeiffer. One-on-one Norfleet for the layup and good. Pfeiffer just took that one.
Pfeiffer was really just showing her whose business it was.
She's got 11 of the Boomer 20, and now still here. Chloe Clements going to strip Maddie Whitaker, and they will say out of bounds as the ball touched Whitaker as Clements and Whitaker went to the floor after the steal. So it'll be Boomer basketball. How about the freshman?
Hey, Chloe Clements getting in there, the all-state cross-country runner.
Absolutely. Inbound will go to Pfeiffer now at the top. She gets a screen from a Barr and now feeds to her off the screen for the roll, but a clean block there by Blackford. But Clements comes up with it and puts up the shot from the left block.
Wait for Clements, you know, to see that and then capitalize on it by taking the rebound.
Just followed it up. Now Altus break the press the other way. He gets Blackford across the timeline, left wing. To the left corner now to Whitaker, guarded by Douglas Fisher. Back up to Norfleet. She'll drive. Kick over to Hayes. Long two from the right side. That's no good. Rebound underneath. Norfleet's got it. Puts up a tough shot, and it will go down and handle one by Parrish Norfleet. And that is her first bucket in a minute as they held her. She had that first bucket for Altus, and now finally gets one here.
Michelle Barr will check out. Jocelyn Treese will check in, so it will be Treese, Douglas Fisher, Moore, Chloe Clements, and Thesley Pfeiffer.
That foul was on a Barr. On the free throw attempt, Norfleet gets it to go, so she gets three the traditional way, I guess you'd say, 22-12. Boomer still on top by 10, and with possession. Right wing, Douglas Fisher with it. Now top the key to Riley Moore. Moore looking, has a dribble to work with, hasn't used it yet. Now will use it. Dribbles, kicks back to Pfeiffer. High right wing. Pfeiffer gets a screen from Treese. Treese rolls off of it. Pfeiffer can't quite feed it to her. Pass was a bit lofted too far. you like the idea, but I think that's one that.
Yeah, Therese was open. She called for it, but unfortunately the pass was just a little too much.
So now the inbound here for Altus will go to Northfleet. She'll kick up to Whitaker. Now across the timeline up to Blackford on the right wing. Altus has, for the most part, dealt with breaking the press well. It's just after that they haven't been able to handle the double team. Now to the right corner to Whitaker. Down low to Macy Hayes, checked by Douglas Fisher. Bounces past Blackford. She saves it after it's almost going out of bounds after being tipped. Northfleet has it at the top. She'll drive, puts up a prayer. That's no good. Rebound, gets a second chance, and she will draw the foul, even though the shot no good.
Something that the Boomers hopefully pick up on is if you're in the paint and if your hand touches someone going up, the lady ref that we have, she's going to call a foul.
Yeah.
That's something I picked up on.
Okay, so that's something to watch for the Boomers.
Try to get in the paint and try to just to go up with it.
First free throw all the way for Northfleet's no good. She's got 5 in this one of the Altus 12.
I think our guys refs are waiting for the boys game, and they'll start calling some fouls.
I don't know. It's it's ref to ref. We talk about that.
It's tough.
Got to fill it out, I guess. Second free throw good for Northfleet, so she splits the pair 22-13. We're still up by 9. Clements with it at the top of the key. Goes right wing down to Moore. Moore up to Therese. She'll pump. She'll drive. Gets down to the block. Couple hard bounces and traveled after she got cut off down there on the deep block.
I think she realized it.
Yeah. And I mean, you like the move. Aggressive to get in there, but you got to realize where you are and keep your head up. And then
make mistakes, but
so Altus breaks press the other way. Blackford gets it. She'll drive into the paint, puts up a bit of a prayer, gets that one to go as she kind of stepped into it. Jill Blackford off glass and good.
It was a shot for sure.
Boomers the other way. Top of the key to Douglas Fisher. Now left corner to Moore. Nice feed down to Douglas Fisher, but got tipped by Northfleet. She read it.
You know, she was getting in there and trying to get a hand on that ball. She
Definitely
did.
So now on the baseline here, Douglas Fisher will inbound beneath the right block. Pass is tipped by Northfleet on the inbound. Macy Hayes comes up with the steal. She goes the other way. Chloe Clements on her, forces her to lose it, but Blackford there to pick it up.
It's good defense.
She'll feed back to Davis. Now right wing to Hayes. Inside to Northfleet. Pass tipped. It still gets to her. She puts up the shot. That's no good. Rebound fought for, and a foul. They'll say on Maddie Whitaker as Douglas Fisher fought with her for the board.
She said a foul. Are you serious?
And that is her third. That's probably why. And we'll see how deep the Altus bench is.
Here we go. We're going to get a sub next dead ball.
She'll come in again on the dead ball. Top of the key, Chloe Clements with it for the Boomers. Drives, kicks over to Therese in the left corner. Therese looking, has a dribble, uses it, comes around the top, gets inside for an open shot. It just runs out off the glass. Rebound fought for. Douglas Fisher pokes it out to Riley Moore. Great effort by Douglas Fisher. Moore comes around the top after a scrape from Pfeiffer. Drive, a shot, that's no good. Douglas Fisher there for the board, puts it back up. It runs out. Jeez, 2 good looks for Woodward. Wow. Can't get to go down.
They're going to get Chloe Clements here on a reach, I believe.
After the rebound.
It's unfortunate.
So you get 2 really good looks, 1 decent look for the Boomers there at the paint, and you just can't get one to go down. 2 of those shots written out.
Fouls called on number 10.
Bella on Clements. So
Bella Cordes checks into the game.
22-15. Boomers on top under a minute to go in the half. Danny Davis with it at the top of the key. Goes to Hayes. She's double teamed on the left wing there. And it's still by Clements, but can't quite catch it up.
Wait for Clements to get in there and kind of strip that ball away from her and then try to go chase it. But unfortunately, a little too late. I was just rolling out of bounds.
Yeah, I thought she was going to have a chance at it.
It was a good read, though.
Get it. Definitely so. Clements, freshman, showing some toughness here off the bench. Altus with the inbound. Davis has it right wing. Now goes to Cordes, launches another 3 from there. She's not afraid to shoot. That's no good, though.
Good rebound
by Douglas Fisher between a double team. Down to Clements, up ahead, now to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer, though, double team on the block. Kicks it out to Moore, left wing. Thought about the 3, didn't take it. Hands off to Douglas Fisher now at the top. Goes right way to Clements. She's picked up by Hayes. A drive, a kick over to Therese. Therese goes baseline into double team. Now kicks back to Clements. Clements drives, feeds to Douglas Fisher. 1-on-1 with Northfleet. Can't get the shot to go. And a foul after the rebound. Again,
Chloe
this
Clements
time we'll see on Clements, unfortunately. And that's tough because, again, Avery Edwards right now after the Boomers had a knee injury in the first quarter.
And she's really doing a really good job, filling that position in. There's a couple things to learn with these starters as she's getting quite a bit of minutes here, but she's not doing bad,
Absolutely.
She's doing what Avery Edwards does, and that's pick off passes and try to set your team up for good offense.
That foul was the 7th for Woodward, so 1-on-1 here for Macy Hayes for Altus. Free throw no good. Rebound is long and tracked down by Jocelyn Therese. She'll feed it over to Hayes. 7 seconds to go. Now up to Moore, 5. Moore from the right wing drives, gets the block, puts up a tough leaner. That's no good. Rebound by Altus, and that's how we end the first half Woodward will take a 22-15 lead into the break over the Lady Bulldogs. We'll go ahead and step aside, come back with the Dairy Queen halftime show. You're listening to Boomer Basketball, Boomer TV and Z92.
You know, nowadays it seems like nothing is built to last, like phones, appliances, cars, computers. But the new Michelin Defender 2-tire is designed to outlast. With a quiet and comfortable ride, you'll have the confidence you need on the roads, whether they're wet or dry. So goodbye to short-lived and hello to something that lasts.
Visit your local Michelin dealer, High Plains Tire at 2220 Main Street in Woodward.
Experts say it takes 10,000 hours to master a skill, but you don't have to be a master to get started. At High Plains Technology Center, our hands-on training gets you on the right track right now. With dozens of programs to fit your future. It takes hard work to turn a hobby into your hire. So get to it. Your success story is a lot closer than you think. High Plains Technology Center, powered by Career Tech.
These are real stories of audiologists and the people they helped.
She was such an adorable 5-year-old.
I saw her at 73.
Baby was just a tiny 6-month-old.
Nobody else had concerns.
She wasn't participating and slept mostly.
Unaddressed hearing issues in babies can affect them for life.
Her mom listened to her gut and brought her in to see me.
They assumed the reason was her dementia.
So I fitted the little guy with a hearing aid.
Mom was right. Her daughter couldn't hear high frequencies.
I found instead it was a profound hearing loss.
And after helping her, educationally, she just took off.
He's 5 and doing so well.
Everyone has the right to communicate.
She's participating in life again.
Are you or someone you know having difficulties with hearing or balance? An ASHA-certified audiologist can help. Visit us at asha.org/public.
And welcome back to Boomer Basketball on Z92. Dakota Wagner and Tyler is with you as we are at the Dairy Queen halftime show here in the girls' game. Woodward leads 22-15 at the break. Looking at some halftime stats here now. For Woodward, Besley Pfeiffer leading the way. She's got half of the Woodward points with 11. Then also getting a strong effort in that first half again from Briley Douglas Fisher. She has 17 points in this one. As, you know, again, just seeing her efforts and what she's able to do, absolutely big time for the sophomore. And then also for the Boomers, Chloe Clements and Avery Edwards with 2 apiece. We mentioned Edwards right now, unfortunately, out with a knee injury as she went down there in the half. And then you've got 1 for Michelle Ibarra on the Altus side of things. It will be Paris Norfleet as the leading scorer with 6. Jenna Lyford has 4. Macy Haynes has 3. And then 2 for Maddie Whitaker. And that's their scores there. Only 4, but, you know, decently spread out. Quarter-wise, Woodward won the first quarter, 15-6. And then Altus actually won the second quarter, 9-7. Dakota, it seemed like in that second quarter, Woodward's rhythm kind of got a bit off track as you had the injury with Avery Edwards, and then you had the freshman in there, Chloe Clemens. So, you know, it's one of those deals where now you got to adjust and figure out how to kind of play this game without one of your 2 seniors now.
You know, in the first quarter when the Lady Bulldogs were down, Coach Turbush, her face was just like, her eyeballs were popping out, and she looked kind of stressed there, Tyler. And then towards the end of the second, you know, they were kind of starting to find this Woodward team out. But without Edwards, you know, you're taking away one of your best defensive players that can really read other offenses coming towards her, and then to pick off those passes. You're losing a key player there, and that's kind of where Woodward kind of fell back apart, where Altus started to catch up. Let's see if they can come out of the locker room with a different game plan without Edwards, or hopefully, you know, she turns out to be all right, but that was a pretty bad fall she took.
Yeah, like I said, you hope. We don't want to speculate. It's just one of those things where we hope, of course.
If you don't have her, you know, you got to come out with confidence. And and just, try not to think too much about it, because I know some of those girls are going to be, making sure she's okay. But other than that, you're going to come back out and play a very hard second half of basketball.
Definitely, and we did see, you were talking about how Chloe Clements did a pretty good job in that first half when she got her time there to fill in for Edwards, and did a lot of the things we saw Avery do really well, where she was being aggressive, getting some steals, did get some fouls in that sense, came over with 2, but that was not because she was trying to get steals, it was all the rebounds she was reaching
with her being so young, she still has a lot to learn, but hey, Avery Edwards, she's really kind of set a tone for this defense, throughout the season, and I feel like Chloe Clements has really picked up on that, and that's why when Clements got into the game, she was aware of what was happening, and she knew what to do.
Definitely so. We're just under a bit of about 5 minutes here to go in the Dairy Queen halftime show. You hear the Alva band, or the Altus band, excuse me, not the Alva band, that'd be weird. The Altus band in the background there, getting it kind of rolling. The boys here taking some pregame shots as well before it'll be them up. With that said, we'll step aside for another break. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Boomer TV and Z92.
Craving a classic patty? Well, there's one place that can satisfy your hunger with 100% beef and a price you can't beat. Get your DQ fix today. The corner of 13th and Main, the home of Woodward's very own Dairy Queen, with drive-through, curbside delivery, or call-in orders available. All great ways to get your DQ fix today. Check out the Facebook page for updated specials and call 580-256-2397 to place an order. Open Monday through Thursday from 10 to 9 and 10 to 10 on Friday and Saturday. Call 580-256-2397 to get your DQ fix today.
Nowadays it seems like nothing is built to last. Like phones, appliances, cars, computers. But the new Michelin Defender 2-tire is designed to outlast. With a quiet and comfortable ride, you'll have the confidence you need on the roads, whether they're wet or dry. So goodbye to short-lived, and hello to something that lasts.
Visit your local Michelin dealer, High Plains Tire at 2220 Main Street in Woodward.
For Native American children living in poverty, there are very few opportunities. But here at St. Joseph's Indian School, they have their best chance to dream and succeed.
At St. John's, I could dream of playing music. I can dream of sharing my culture with the world.
I could become a nurse and help other people feel better too.
Or a teacher who helps kids learn. I can dream of riding into a brighter future.
It all starts here at St. Joseph's Indian School.
Since 1927, a quality education has been a path to a brighter future for Native American children. And 96% of students enrolled at St. Joe's graduate. Friends like you can help put their dreams within reach. To learn more about the impact St. Joseph's makes for Native American children and families, go to stjo.org today.
And welcome back to Boomer Basketball on Z92. Welcome back, Tyler Riggs with you, as well as here on Boomer TV. And we are at the Dairy Queen halftime show. Woodward leads Altus 22-15 here at the break. Woodward on top of Lady Bulldogs. And Dakota, as we get ready to start the second half here, I got to mention again, of course, Ground Ball Roundup underway tonight on K101. Kay Kennedy covering that. He's got a dandy of a girls matchup going right now between Hammond and Sealing, 2 top 5 teams there. Hammond, a top 5 team in Class B. Sealing, top 5 team in Class A. I can tell you right now at the half, it looks like Sealing on top 27-10. So that is an interesting result. I mean, I know those teams are in Class A, but man, that's 2 really talented teams. Sealing, defending state champs Class A, kind of flexing some muscle. Got just a few minutes here before we get back underway as the girls now finishing their warm-up. And Dakota, what are a couple of keys to the second half here for the Boomers? You got a 7-point lead at the break. How can they stay ahead and close this one off?
They're going to have to obviously play a little bit more aggressive. You know, we saw Douglas Fisher get really aggressive in there and body up against Norfleet. But other than that, hey, the Boomers are doing a pretty darn good job. You know, defensively, you know, they're keeping Altus kind of on the edge where Altus is getting frustrated, and the Boomers are using that to their advantage. But maybe start seeing some three-point shots. You know, that'd be trying to get away, pull away early in the third quarter. Other than that, Tyler, you got to be aggressive because this Altus team is fighting back with Parrish Norfleet, and if they get open for threes, they're going to hit them.
Definitely so. And speaking of threes, you know, I showed you a little update there while we were off air. So Piedmont is playing Tuttle tonight, and on the girls' side, Tuttle is leading 23-22 in that game. Piedmont has 22 points and has not hit a two-point shot all night. They've hit 7 threes. Or excuse me, 6 threes.
Yikes.
Yeah, and I can see, unfortunately for the Boomers, it looks like Avery Edwards getting help from Ron Sutherland and David Nord to get out of the locker room and get some. She still can't put pressure on that knee. So.
I saw an instant replay from a phone over here by Chris Godwin. Shout out. It did not look good, Tyler.
Yeah, it's just one of those where she took some contact, maybe landed wrong again. Hopefully
she comes back, you know?
Maybe not tonight, obviously.
No,
but just going forward, she will be all right.
We lifted
for the
her
Boomers,
up.
They will have the first possession of the second half. Norfleet comes up with steal and then runs straight into Danny Davis, collides with her teammate after a pass from Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer takes a shot in the paint, can't get it to go. Rebound fought forward by Douglas Fisher, gets it to Treese. Treese can't get the layup, saves it though on the rebound to Clements. Now to Moore inside the three-point line, along two, and it goes in.
That was a very interesting turn of events, but hey, we
Bit
scored.
Of an odd sequence. Norfleet was ready to take that pass and go the other way, and she crashed right into her own
We scored.
teammate.
That's all that matters.
That is all that matters. So 24-15, Boomers on top to start the third quarter. Altus with their first possession. They got up top to Parrish Norfleet. Goes down to Macy Hayes on the right wing. Altus going left to right. This half Boomers going right to left in front of us. Now Pfeiffer almost a steal on Whitaker, who has it near the timeline. Has it feed it to Norfleet. Norfleet into the paint, through some contact, puts up a shot that's no good. Rebound fought for, almost saved by Norfleet. It'll be out of bounds to the Boomers.
And you got a foul going the other way. No, we don't.
No, it's just out of bounds.
Just out of bounds.
Yeah. So
got my hopes up.
Be Chloe Clements getting the inbounds pass from Riley Moore, and she'll walk her across the timeline. Boomers with the lead. Moore has it on the right elbow now. She'll turn, try to drive one-on-one with Blackford. Gets down the paint, kicks out to Treese on the left wing for three. That one wild, no good. Backside rebound, though, by Chloe Clements. She'll put it up and in.
Away for Clements, you know, to coming off the injured for Avery Edwards and really starting to make a showing here.
Yeah, has 4 points. Scored in each quarter she's played in so far now. Altus the other way. Boomers now extend their lead back to 11, 26-15. Altus up top with it. Now goes to Hayes at the free throw line. Right wing to Davis. Up top to Norfleet. She'll drive. Bounce inside to Blackford. Double team. Puts up the shot. That's no good. Rebound fought for. Treese tries to get it. It's tipped around. Now Treese does get it. Tries to get over to Moore, but right there's Macy Hayes. She gets it, puts it up. Shot is no good, but she is fouled. Will go to the line for 2 free throws.
Unfortunately, Hayes kind of threw herself into Riley Moore there and picked up the contact and got to the line.
Yep, got the call. First free throw first foul is going to be on Riley Moore. First team foul for either team here in the half. First free throw for Hayes is up, and that one is good. So she now has 4 points in this one. And it's a 10-point lead for the Boomers. Second free throw, that's no good. Rebound taken by Jocelyn Treese. Boomers will push the other way. 6:15 to go in the third, 26-16. Boomers on top. Douglas Fisher with it on the right elbow, looking for somebody. Now finds Treese in the left corner. Inside to Douglas Fisher, turns, kicks over to Moore. Long two on the way from there. Catch and shoot, that's no good. It just rimmed out. Dakota almost.
I think her hair was in her face right there.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, that just rimmed out. Rebound, though, by the Lady Bulldogs. It'll be Danny Davis taking it across the timeline. She'll flip up to Macy Hayes on the left wing. Pass is batted by Douglas Fisher. It looked like Hayes was trying to feed inside to either Davis or
Way to have her hands up.
You mentioned those high hands at the pregame.
It works. It really does, folks. It works.
Inbound now by
just like that.
Hayes, and this one almost a jumped pass by Thesley Pfeiffer. She tipped it as it was intended for Maddie Whitaker to be out of bounds. Stay with
If you get those hands in there, it really, you get a lot of picks.
Yep, and it alters passes at least. Now cross-court left wing to Danny Davis goes Whitaker. Davis up top now to Norfleet. Back to Whitaker in the paint. A little hook shot from there, a little floater, I should say, from there beneath the free throw line. Shot's no good, and now we'll say a jump ball between Jenna Blackford and a couple of Boomers as Blackford tried to go up with the shot. Possession arrow, though, going to keep it with Altus.
We'll take a jump ball, though.
And you get the possession arrow back, so that's always nice.
For the next time.
5:36 to go in the third. Boomers on top, 26-16. Inbound. Davis going to throw it off the back of Douglas Fisher. She wasn't looking. Goes up the shot. That's no good. Now it'll be Norfleet can't get to go. Rebound and a shot by Macy Hayes. She is fouled from the right block. Shot is no good.
And Jocelyn, Riley Moore is going to pick up a foul. That's going to be her second personal, and it's going to be the team's second foul.
And that it is. So Macy Hayes at the line for 2 free throws now for Altus. First one is no good. She's been about a 50% free throw shooter tonight. Seems like she split every pair of free throws she's taken.
Let's see if we can get her to miss this one.
So second shot about to be upcoming here. Couple dribbles, spins it, now shoots it. That one
It
good.
seems like the first one she rushes, the second one she eyes it, takes her time, and shoots it.
She's got 5, 26-17. Boomers on top. Chloe Clements, top the key. She'll drive down to the left block. Feeds it back now to Treese. Or excuse me, not Treese, but Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer loses the handle of it. It'll be out of bounds to the Bulldogs. And Pfeiffer checking with the ref there on some. Had a question, so asked him and then went away.
Don't make us mad with the refs, because last time that happened, she put up 36.
Yeah, top. They're our highest scoring output of the season. Right wing, Whitaker with it. Now top to Norfleet. Norfleet going to drive around screen. Kicks left wing to Danny Davis. Davis bounces back up to Hayes. Bounces over to Whitaker on the wing. Picked up there by Clements and Pfeiffer. Now goes left wing to Danny Davis after a high pass. Davis dribbling around the top. Feeds over to Hayes on the right wing, and they're just kind of weaving a little bit. Pass almost stolen by Pfeiffer, but gets Whitaker. Down the corner of Davis. Inside to Blackford. They got the one-on-one matchup. Blackford couldn't hit the shot. Gets her own rebound, though. Puts back up, and she's fouled by Chloe Clements.
It's going to be her fourth personal, I believe, if not the third.
I believe it should be the third, yeah. Third.
Yeah. Be her third personal, team's third foul.
So
Altus still yet hasn't fouled in this game, in the second half,
yeah.
Excuse me.
First free throw for Blackford on the way, and that one rattles around and in. So she's got 5. Norfleet with 6, 5 for Blackford, 5 for Hayes. They're the 3 leading scorers for Altus, bulk of the points. Second free throw on the way for Blackwood. That one's short. Rebound, though, fought for. Whitaker almost had it, but Treese comes up with it. Now she'll push. Gives it away to Pfeiffer at the high right wing. Pfeiffer looks, throws it down to Treese on the baseline. Treese backs out to the top to Clements. Clements looking to drive, but gets cut off by Hayes. Now we'll adjust. Feedback to Moore. Moore around the top. Gets cut off. Tries to fire it down to Douglas Fisher. Passes wild off her hands. Picked up by Norfleet. She'll push the other way for Lady Bulldogs. In transition at the top. Norfleet gets to the left elbow. Backs it out. Now goes around. Bounces it down to Blackford. A little body there by Blackford. And that might be an offense foul. No. They missed the offensive foul. Blackford leaned in and got some contact and drew the foul on the shot. So Joe Blackford back to the free throw line. This one going to be on Briley Douglas Fisher. Her second, team fourth for the Boomers.
You know, we've seen Douglas Fisher get into foul trouble kind of early on in the season, Tyler, and then it seems like once January hit, it's kind of been looking better for Woodward, as in cleaning up things. Just haven't been able to win many games in January, you know, because you're in a tough tournament.
So both free throws good for Blackford. It's 26-19. Altus cut it to 7. At the top, forward Boomers is Clements. She'll drive down to the right block, gets cut off, goes to Treese, now goes to Moore. Long 2 on the way from left side. That goes in.
You know, what about Moore, Tyler Riggs? It's crazy how she has just been developing.
Well, and they keep telling her, hey, be confident in your shot. Be confident
and she
in your
is,
shot.
and it's showing.
She's finally getting a couple to go down. And now, pass here almost stolen by Moore. Norfleet and her collide. Pfeiffer comes up with it, 2-on-1 with her and Douglas Fisher. A scoop over to Douglas Fisher. Great defense from Danny Davis. Read the pass and knocks it off of Douglas Fisher. It'll be Altus basketball. So the senior Danny Davis, with the awareness of the 2-on-1, forces the miss and the turnover.
Being a little physical down there.
Davis will have it on the inbound for Altus. 29-20, Boomers on top. Hayes with it on the right wing for the Lady Bulldogs. Now up top to Norfleet. She's checked there by Riley Moore. And dribbling around a bit. Count is on as Moore's on her. Tries to go on the right wing. Does get through Moore. Gets at the paint. Puts up a wild shot. Just rimmed out. Almost got to go. Rebound by Treese. Treese now up across top line. Douglas Fisher cuts at the paint. Fisher with the shot. Good. And the foul. Riley Douglas Fisher to the line. 4-1. And they're going to get Danny Davis, who again tried to come in and knock that away from Douglas Fisher. She powered up through the contact and got the shot to go. Davis with her second foul, first foul of the half.
What about Altus? Douglas Fisher, you know, not only to get the contact, but to finish and Almost got the N1.
Yeah, rimmed out. But hey, and the confidence to say, well, you blocked me the last time. This time I'm going to get it.
She's like, haha, gotcha.
So 31-20, Woodward on top. Davis with it, top of the key for Altus. Goes right wing to Whitaker, almost stolen on the pass to Hayes. But they bounce it now to Blackford at the left elbow. She's double teamed, bounces back up to Hayes at the top, right corner now to Whitaker. Throws it inside to Blackford. Blackford double team, still able to put up the shot, got position, and got it to go off the backboard and in. Jenna Blackford, now she's got 9 in this one.
Really nothing the Boomers could do there defensively to stop her without fouling.
She's got some of that size. Top of the key, Treese with it now for the Boomers. Picks up a dribble, bounces down Douglas Fisher, checked by Northfleet. Now to Moore. Moore drives around Blackford, puts up the shot, but it's blocked by Blackford. Now Pfeiffer races in, tries to get the steal from Whitaker, no good. And they'll advance it up to Macy Hayes along the left side. She'll back it out to Davis. Davis goes right corner to Whitaker. Top of the key now to Blackford on near the right wing, checked by Clements. Back over to Whitaker in the right corner. She'll dribble it back out, throws it top to Davis. Altus resits, trailing 31-22. 2 minutes to go in the third. Right corner to Blackford. Bounces inside to Whitaker, cut off after the pass and found the basket. Adding Whitaker with the bucket. She's got 4, and Altus cut it to 6. Or excuse me, to 7. 31-24. Top of the key. Pfeiffer with it now for the Boomers. Gets cut off, has a handoff to Tree. She'll turn the corner. She'll drive, double team. Kicks it out to Moore for 3 from the right wing. That's good! Riley Moore with the bucket and a big shot there.
Cuts it, or she extends it back to double digits.
So Riley Moore now with 7 points all in this quarter. 34-24, 10-point lead as Dakota mentioned. Minute 20 to go in the quarter. Altus with it. Whitaker near the Altus logo goes right wing to Davis. Her zone is on here, 2-3 zone. Clements and Pfeiffer run it. Now down low to Blackford, tries to put up a wild shot. That one almost went after some contact. Rebound by Douglas Fisher. She'll feed it up to Pfeiffer down the left side. Pfeiffer cuts back, kicks over to an open Riley Moore. Passes high though as Moore was cutting into the paint. Would have been open for the shot. Turnover by the Boomers. And they'll take it back the other way. Pfeiffer has been held scoreless in this quarter, but really the other Boomers have stepped up.
And that's what we need. We need Boomers to step up when our girl's kind of gassed and she needs a break.
And now inside here, pass picked off by Riley Moore. Bounces over to Treese, 40 seconds to go. Now left wing, Pfeiffer into the paint, takes some contact. Shot won't go, but she'll go to the free throw line on the drive as Parrish Northfleet crashed into her, and we'll see if that's who the foul's on.
And it seems like in a couple of games, Tyler, Thessaly Pfeiffer has just that one quarter that she can't score, and it seems like at the free throw line, I feel like she might get a point here.
Well, that's the deal right in transition. She's looking to get it because of that reason you're mentioning. And at the free throw line does rattle one in. It went all around, as I think you referred to it the other night. The toilet bowl, right?
Yes, it's called the toilet bowl, where it just goes around, around, and around, and then flushes in.
Second free throw, that one that rattles around it. Not the toilet bowl, but it hit some rim, hit some backboard, and went down. Pfeiffer with 13 now, matching her number. Boomers up 36-24. 34 seconds to go as Altus pushes the other way here in the third. Double team now. Macy Hayes is trapped between Clements and Douglas Fisher. And a timeout having to be burned by Stacy Turbush, as that one was a dangerous scenario there for Macy Hayes, almost a turnover. And we will keep it here as there's just 29 seconds to go in the quarter. Boomers on top, 36-24. And Dakota, they've extended that lead to 12. And how do you feel about their response out of the locker room here?
I feel like Coach Wilson, Coach Gaines, and Coach Moore have kind of got these girls into a rhythm in this third quarter. And it kind of got a little shaky there. You know, you thought Altus was crawling back, and then a 3 by Riley Moore, a couple of good defensive possessions. You know, they're just really getting hard on Altus, and I feel like, you know, they finally broke into Altus and kind of got them a little frustrated and used it to their advantage. So hopefully whatever Coach Moore's saying right now, it's getting them hyped up for the start of the fourth quarter coming up.
Yeah, you definitely want to be able to continue to extend this lead and stretch out. Remember these, you know, Woodward last year, obviously against an Altus team that was 0-20, won both games by 50. Yeah, so you're not going to be able to replicate that here tonight because Altus, as we see, is definitely improved, but you'd like to be able to come out with kind of a statement win to start the finish the week. Off the inbound, Altus with the possession. Danny Davis left wing with it. Now top of the key, she'll bounce down, blow the free throw line to Northfleet. Northfleet tries to feed Blackford, does, loses the handle, but puts up the shot from left block. That's no good. Rebound to Macy Hayes, and she'll draw the foul on the jumper as she got slapped hand a little bit there by
Jocelyn Treese.
That's going
to be her third.
Their third, team fifth.
Tyler, it's always a good night when you're sitting at home Friday, tune in to Boomer TV Z92, and you hear the Boomers get a win. That's always a good time.
That's what we want tonight. First free throw from Hayes, no good. Continuing maybe that 50% stretch, as that's what she's been all night. Splitting each pair of free throws. Second one getting ready to be on late. Riley
lane
Moore,
violation.
Yeah, jumped on the lane violation. So Davis missed it, and we'll give her a chance because Moore just kind of stepped over the line. Too much anticipation there.
Yep.
So Hayes with her third free throw on this trip. Spins it, dips, and she'll shoot that one good. So continues the 50-50 with a little help from Riley Moore. She's got 6. Boomers the other way. Under 10 seconds to go in the quarter. And a travel there.
Chloe Clements, I think she didn't realize what was going on. Kind of going a little too fast there.
Yeah, got cut off. 8 seconds to go down in the quarter. Boomers lead by 11. Altus will have her chance at it. Davis throws into Hayes down the left side. She's double teamed. Now feeds to Norfleet into the paint. Right block, puts up the shot off glass. That's no good. And that's how we end the third quarter, as Woodward will take an 11-point advantage into the fourth. We'll step aside for a break and come back with that fourth quarter. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
You know, nowadays it seems like nothing is built to last. Like phones, appliances, cars, computers. But the new Michelin Defender 2-tire is designed to outlast. With a quiet and comfortable ride, you'll have the confidence you need on the roads, whether they're wet or dry. So goodbye to short-lived and hello to something that lasts.
Visit your local Michelin dealer, High Plains Tire at 2220 Main Street in Woodward.
We gather together in communities across the nation to remember and honor, to celebrate and support, to light the night. Join us as we lift our lanterns high. Join us. We are the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. And when we walk, cancer runs. Join us as we light the night. Find your local event at lightthenight.org.
And welcome back to Boomer Basketball on Z92. Dakota Wagner, Tyler Riggs with you here, also on Boomer TV. If you haven't checked that out, as Woodward takes a 36-25 lead into the fourth quarter, so an 11-point advantage. And they will start with the first possession here in the final frame. It'll be Jocelyn Treese inbounding to Desley Pfeiffer. 5 on the floor. Clements, Moore, Douglas Fisher, Treese, and Pfeiffer. Right wing now, Treese with it. Feeds over to Pfeiffer in the right corner. With the dribble, gets a screen from Douglas Fisher. Douglas Fisher rolls off of it, open for the 2 and gets it go down. Pfeiffer giving her the point as, hey, thank you for that great assist. And another bucket for Douglas Fisher. She got 10.
And a turnover here.
Turnover by Altus, good pressure, forces it. And Boomers get it right back, leading now 38-25.
I think when she went to go through the ball out, I think she stepped on the line.
Ah, there you go. So inbound will go to Pfeiffer, right wing, Dries, puts up the jumper. That's no good, just outside the paint. Rebound taken by the Lady Bulldogs, and Altus will push. Annie Davis with it now, trying to get across the timeline, shovels it up to Whitaker on the right wing. Goes free throw line to Norfleet. Norfleet going to take the shot from there, is open, can't get it to go down. Rebound, fought forward, taken by Treese. Treese up ahead to Moore. Moore and Douglas Fisher on the 2-on-2. She gets cut off, has to go right wing to Pfeiffer. Deep 3 from there for Pfeiffer, and that's offline. Had the distance. Thought that one was good, Dakota, the way it looked until it missed off to the left. So that's out of bounds back
that's
to
going to
Altus.
be a very rare thing to happen for Pfeiffer.
Yeah, you don't see Desley really airballing.
No.
So
I think maybe she was
now
just
the inbounds. Pfeiffer almost comes up with the steal. Clements does get it though. Pfeiffer from the left block. The jumper gets that one to go down over Norfleet.
Tyler, I think she heard us say airball, and she's like, "Wait a minute, guys."
She's like, "Nah, we ain't doing that here."
No, not today.
15-point lead for the Boomers now. To begin of the fourth with 6:55 to go in the fourth, and now Jenna Blackford double teamed in the right corner. Riley Moore, Jocelyn Treese force it out of their hands. It's out of bounds off of Boomer and stay with Lady Bulldogs.
Norfleet just told Turbush she's coming up behind my hands.
And yeah, there's a foul as Pfeiffer and Norfleet collide. And that's on Thesley, going to be her second, just her second.
I bet
16
that
foul
one
for the Boomers. Yeah, that was a little bit of a crash for them. 40-25, Boomers on top. Altus with the ball. Free throw line, they go to Whitaker. She'll try to swing it over to Norfleet. Left wing does. Now cross court right wing. Right corner, I should say. Davis, 3 on the way and got it with the hand in the face. Danny Davis with the bucket. I believe her first of the night. It is. Boomers the other way quick. Chloe Clements can't handle the pass, and that's out of bounds. Back to Altus, so got split up a little bit there.
North Fleet, she was keeping up with the All-State runner.
And now the other way for Altus. They do break the press. 2-on-1. Blackford down into the paint. Feeds over to Whitaker. Shot high off the backboard. And I'm talking, folks, if it was any higher, it would be on top of the backboard. Gets the shot to go.
I think Thessaly helped that a little bit.
Definitely got a handle on it. Now on the right block, Douglas Fisher with it. Loses the handle, but Riley Moore comes up with it and puts it up off glass and in. So out of the chaos, Riley Moore with another bucket. She's got 9.
Wait for Riley Moore to really get engaged in this game. I'm liking what I'm seeing.
42-30. Boomers on top. Altus the other way. Double team. Hayes going to lose the handle. Boomers come up still. Treese with it. She's trying to get out of a double team. Does. Up to Clements. Clements, though, tackled by Umfleet. No call. Does get it, though, to Treese. And now a technical on Norfleet, even though she and Coach Turbush said, "Are you kidding me?"
Yes.
And that one was kind of an odd technical.
It was because of language.
So maybe said the magic words because I didn't see anything physical. I mean, I said tackle, no call, but they collided. Coach Turbush not happy with it. It's kind of like, what's going on?
Yep.
So a technical on Parrish Norfleet, her 3rd foul and her first tee. So it'll be at the line. Thessaly Pfeiffer for 2 free throws, and that first one no good. So 42-30, Boomers on top, 5:47 to go in the ball game. Shooting some techs here. Second free throw from Pfeiffer. That one is good. She's got 16. The Boomers will get the possession. Coach Turbush talking with Umfleet, kind of saying, okay, here, how you approach that next time.
Sometimes the best thing to do is just keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, and that's tough to do for a player. Pass on the inbound, stolen by Haynes, but she flips it back to Pfeiffer, and Pfeiffer travels trying to check up. She slid, and that's a turnover for the Boomers. An odd sequence. An inbound pass was stolen away by Pfeiffer or from Hayes.
There's been a problem on the court. The court's a little slippery.
It's a little slick, yeah. It's not sticky. Now it goes the other way is Altus as Hayes with it left wing, top key to Whitaker. Now right wing to Davis. Davis into Hayes, back to Davis. She'll launch another 3 from there. That one rounds around, almost went down, but came out. Rebound. Probably Douglas Fisher ripped it away from Blackford. Now up ahead, pass too strong though, as Riley Moore can't get it. That's back to the Bulldogs. So great rebound by Bradley Douglas Fisher. Really got mean on that one over Blackford, but unfortunately a turnover the other way.
When you turn it over, you really want to see the Boomers convert, and that's something that Coach Moore has told the girls. Coach Gaines, Coach Wilson.
And now down into the paint. Does Altus go to Blackford? Puts up a wild shot from there. Stumbling a bit. Shot's no good. Rebound by Treese. Up ahead now to Pfeiffer. It's off her knee, but she collects it in the right corner.
Wait for her to, regain herself, because most people would let that one go out of bounds.
Top of the key, Clements. Now goes left wing to Moore. Moore dribbles it back up top to Treese. Beside her now. Treese tries to bounce down Douglas Fisher. She's tackled by Hayes. Again, no whistle. Hayes comes up with it, and they'll call it a jump ball. Possession error to Altus. So, we talk about the contact. At least when it's not a shot, they're letting contact happen. But on the shot, they're also calling
Sometimes
the fouls.
It's a little bit frustrating.
It's just, hey, you adjust to it the way it is. Again, not going to dog the refs because we need more refs in the state. So, hey,
we do.
they're doing hard work, right? I mean, that's not an easy job.
And sometimes letting them play physical is the best thing to do.
Absolutely. Down into the block. They get it to Blackford. Does Altus. She's double teamed, though, has to kick it out to Hayes. They'll swing it back out to Whitaker at the top. To Davis now. Davis goes over to Hayes, takes a jumper from there, no good, and a foul as Douglas Fisher caught her hand all the way up.
Yeah,
so
unfortunate.
she'll go to the line. As Bradley kind of realized it was like, dang, that sucks.
That's her 3rd foul, but, there's only 4:27 left to go, so that kind of averages about out right.
It does put Altus in the bonus the rest of the way, though, as the number 17 foul. First free throw is good for Macy Hayes.
Michelle Barr will check in for Douglas Fisher. Hey, Douglas Fisher, she's had a heck of a game.
Yeah, worked hard. She's got 10 in this one, another double-digit performance. Second free throw from Hayes is good. She made both. She's got 8. 43-32. Boomers on top by 11. Out reaching foul pretty clear there by Danny Davis, trying to check Thessaly Pfeiffer. That's going to be her 3rd, team 4th for Altus. Boomers lead 43-32 with 4:23 to go in the ball game, trying to hang on for a win here. Inbound will go to Thessaly Pfeiffer. She's instantly double teamed. Gets around it though. Blows by Davis. Now into the paint. Bounces down.
Oh,
Barr
beautiful, but unfortunately.
Yeah. Caught the pass and then tried to go for a bit of a step until Thessaly, yeah, it's my bad.
She'll get him on the next one.
So Altus will get it back. Norfleet pitches over to Davis, so she'll get across the timeline now with the jog on the left wing. Bounces it free throw line to Whitaker. Right wing. Norfleet for three open. That one no good. Rebound long, taken by Clements, and she takes some contact and draws a foul as Whitaker crashed into her.
A little too much body.
And
that's going to be her
Oh, they're
fourth
going to get
personal.
Norfleet, so it's her fourth. And it's 15 fouls. So Boomer's now on the inbounds. Pfeiffer with it. Double team has a pitch over to Clements as she got knocked to the ground. Clements though comes up with it. Left corner. Moore will drive after thinking about three. Now puts a shot that got affected, I think, by Altus. But it'll be out of bounds to say to the Bulldogs. Couldn't tell if that was affected or not to go for it. Just kind of came off her hand.
I don't know if she was trying to go for a shot, then realized, hey, maybe I should pass it or what was going on there. It was kind of a little bit of both. Everything was not going right with that.
So Altus the other way. Lady Bulldogs up top. Now they go right wing to Norfleet. Back to Davis. At the top, she'll set the offense. They're looking to cut into this lead. Left wing, Macy Hayes tried to take a three. Big block from Riley Moore, though. Rebound comes to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer 2-on-1 with Clements with her. Pfeiffer to the paint, puts up the shot, gets it to go, and the foul. Leslie Pfeiffer with the and one. And Dakota, the awareness there, hey, you got Clements, but they didn't really check Pfeiffer on the 2-on-1, so she said, I'll take the basket.
You know, Clements called for it, and then, you know, she was like, nah, I'm going to take it myself. Hey, and she did.
And Danny Davis is going to foul out. I had her for three, but they got her for five, so she's out of this ball game. Finishes with 3 points.
The way Leslie Pfeiffer just razzle-dazzles her way up into the paint every time is just amazing.
On the free throw, shot was no good. There was a foul underneath on the rebound. They'll get Treese for it, and it'll be a 1-on-1 here for Jenna Blackford. That's Treese's fourth foul, 18th foul for the Boomers.
A lot of foul trouble here for Altus, Tyler. Late.
And Woodward at that. They've got a few girls stacked up with some fouls.
But hey, when you have double digits and you have that many fouls, that's not too bad.
Yeah, I mean, you want to play aggressive. You want to do it with that foul, but you can't be perfect.
You don't want to have 4 fouls and no points.
Right.
You want to try to make a difference on the team.
Bonus free throw earned by Blackford, and she made the first. Tees up for the second one. That one short. Rebound, though, comes down to Whitaker. It's stripped, but picked up by Norfleet. Norfleet over to Whitaker on the backside for the bucket and gets it to go. So they get 2 out of it.
Turbush saying, go back, go back.
45-35, Boomers on top of 3:15. Pfeiffer coast to coast, puts up the shot. Can't get to go from the right block. Now a scrum for the rebound. A jump ball possession arrow going to stick with Woodward.
It was Michelle Ibarra that kind of tipped that pass, took it to the ground, but wait for Michelle Ibarra to get in there and make a difference. That's the 3rd jump ball I've counted tonight, Tyler, that she has gone to the floor with.
Inbound from Moore goes Pfeiffer at the top, and she's fouled as she made a great move to get by Bella Cortez there, who's going to pick it up. It'll be the 16th foul now for Altus. No, excuse me, that's the 7th, so it'll be a 1-and-1 for Leslie Pfeiffer. So a chance to extend your 10-point lead here with just 3 minutes to go. Pfeiffer with currently 18 in this one, and the free throw rattles out. That's no good. Rebound taken by the Lady Bulldogs as Jenna Blackford going to get it on a pass from Macy Hayes. Now up to Norfleet. Oh, Pfeiffer went for the steal, didn't get it. Norfleet going to drive by, puts up the just below the elbow jumper. That's no good. Gets her in rebound, puts up a scoop, and gets it to go.
Using that body, and it's working.
Yeah, she's got 8. Boomers the other way now, down into the paint. A bar can't get one to stick after a good feed. Went off glass and rim. Now they get it back. They get it to her. She puts up the jumper. That one just rims out as well. Dakota, poor Michelle Barr had 2 good looks at it. Just both of them basically jumped out.
What happened here, Tyler?
A foul on the rebound. And that's on Chloe Clements. So
that's
her
going to be her 4th, but hey. She comes in early for Edwards, and she plays her tail off.
Yeah, she is. And like you said earlier, freshman, she'll learn
a lot
some
of things to learn. You know, she's going to look at film.
Yeah, but she's done some great things.
She
with
has,
this one too.
and she's really gone down to the floor with the balls. She's no shot. It's going to be a lane violation on number 42.
Yeah, that would be Macy Hayes, so free throws aren't going to matter. 45-37.
Now they're kind of playing it tough here.
Now there's Wesley inbound, goes to Pfeiffer, and she's fouled by Cordes.
They're going to go ahead and they're going to start something early, Tyler. Fouling early, trying to catch up.
Well, with the way the Boomers have been shooting free throws, that hadn't been perfect. So, I mean, that's Coach Turbush saying, hey, make them earn it at the line. You're only down by 8 in this one. So, with 2:36 to go, ideally, if you're Altus, you're saying, okay, you start fouling early, you make them miss enough free throws to take advantage. But we'll see if that's the case. That foul is going to be on Cordes for a second.
Looks like Coach Turbush just said you're going to have to put someone that doesn't have fouls.
Yep.
have that one person in there that can commit all the fouls for him.
Which looks to be Cordis so far. First free throw was good for Pfeiffer. She'll earn the second. That one, nothing but net as well. Thusly hits her average. She's now got 20 in the ball game, and that's been her average on the season. Northfleet the other way, almost traveled with it, but kicked it back over to Cordis for three. That one on the way, no good. Short rebound fought for between Teresa and Hayes, and boy, they're getting physical down there. That's a jump ball possession. Who keeps it with Altus. Neither one of them looked happy.
No. Turbush over there scratching her head every now and then like, oh.
And she will take a timeout with 2:26 to go in this one. Boomers on top, 47-37 over the Lady Bulldogs. It's a full timeout. We'll step aside to with them. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Boomer TV and Z92.
What if one day you went to your secret hiding place, and instead of what you came for, you found a phone number? 1-800-662-HELP. What would you do? Would you stop and give it some thought? Before drugs take their toll on you and your family, know that there is help. You can quit. For help with drug use, call 1-800-662-HELP for free and confidential information and treatment referral, or go to samhsa.gov/knowtherisks.
And welcome back to Boomer Basketball. Dakota Wagner, Tyler Z92. Woodward leads 47-37 over the Lady Bulldogs currently with just 2:26 to go in this one. They're trying to hang on and take a win tonight, maybe go 7-5 on the season.
That would be nice, you know, to get a win here on a Friday night, go home, celebrate for the weekend.
Definitely, and then you turn around and play really good Hooker Bulldog squad Tuesday night, but in the friendly confines of Boomer Fieldhouse.
I don't know if they're school Monday, Tyler.
Yeah, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, federal holiday, so I believe you're right, might not be in school there. So
shouldn't be a whole lot of games going on Monday for JV wise or anything.
Right,
freshmen.
Right. So out of the timeout here, Altus will have it. Northfleet going to inbound it, goes right wing Cordis. Cordis drives, kicks over to Hayes. Hayes will back it out. She's checked there. It bounces pass over to Blackford, who loses it, but Northfleet picks it up now in the right corner. She's checked by Treese. Treese doing a great job on her baseline. Kicks over now to Hayes for the jumper, Whitaker for the long two, and that's good from the left elbow. So Whitaker now at 10. Boomers the other way. Pfeiffer driving, trying to avoid that foul. Slides it over to Barr. Again, that slippery four. Now girls on the floor. Moore comes up with it. Top the key to Treese, and they'll back it out. 2 minutes to go. Boomers lead 47-39. Now hand off to Pfeiffer. We'll see if they foul her as Cordis. Jump ball, wow. And Pfeiffer not happy with it. And stopped herself from saying some magic words there. She was like, hey, I got knocked down. That should have been a jump ball. Yeah, and so it'll be back to Altus now. And now they'll say Altus ball, Woodward ball on the possession arrow. So jump ball was forced, but the possession arrow keeps it with Woodward after they thought it was with Altus. Boomers will get the inbound. Now what they got? They got another whistle. A tech on Coach Moore. Is that on Coach Moore? Coach Moore going to get the tech. Wow. So that'll be her first of the season, I believe. So, yeah, Coach Moore not happy. You're hearing the crowd behind us cheering her on it. As she agreed with Esley basically that shouldn't have been a jump ball in the first place. So it'll be Jenna Blackford shooting free throws as Coach Lacey Moore picks up her first tech of the season. And as a head coach, big moment there. First free throw from Blackford, short. Heard it from the Woodward faithful back here. Oh, what a moment, Dakota. Jeez. So 47-39, minute 53 to go in the fourth. Woodward on top 47-39, and Blackford misses both free throws on the tech. But Altus will keep the possession. As it'll be an inbound to Macy Hayes. And waiting on it here as ref talking to her other ref, and they're both talking now. Now they may be a situation where they're figuring out where it needs to be inbounded from. Dakota in deep conversation over there with Mr. Godwin. Not quite sure what. Doesn't have to be
He's giving
revealed.
me pointers.
Oh, okay.
Rookie mistake.
Okay. Oh, goodness. So after the conversation by the rest, they realized that that is the correct spot they need to inbound it. It'll be Bella Cordes inbounding to Macy Hayes. Now right wing to Whitaker. Whitaker stripped and stolen by Clements. Clements up to Pfeiffer. She slips again. This floor is causing issues. Ibarra now fighting forward. She falls to the floor. They're going to have a travel or jump ball with a foul. A jump ball, and possession arrow going to be with Altus as it was with Woodward the last time. They gave it to Woodward last time. So possession arrow is correct. They give it to Altus because the tech occurred after they gave it back to Woodward. Now at the inbound, Altus will get it. Throws it into Hayes. Now over to Northfleet, excuse me. She'll take a three from there at the top. That's no good. Rebound fought for. It's on the ground again. This time Ibarra comes up with it. Pitches ahead to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer in transition. Going to try to slow it up. It gets poked away. Now collects it back. Minute 18 to go. Ooh, a little crossover there from Pfeiffer. And finally gets fouled by Bella Cordes, who chases her down. 47-39. It's been a crazy couple last minutes. We've seen attack both ways. It's been fouls and girls on the floor and jump balls and slides and everything. So Pfeiffer will go to the line. She's got 20 in this one. Cordes did pick up her third foul. It's a double bonus situation. First free throw was good, and everybody moved. It was a double bonus. 10 fouls. Never mind. It was 9 fouls. Boomers have 10 fouls, so I was wrong. It was 9 fouls for Altus. It was a 1-on-1. Jump ball was forced, and it'll be back to the Boomers after the miss from Pfeiffer. Getting all my wires crossed, Dakota, here. It's crazy. Inbound comes to Clements. Clements will throw it into Pfeiffer, and a nice cut there, and Pfeiffer gets the bucket. So Pfeiffer now with 22 in this one. 49-39, Boomers back up by 10 with a minute to go. Northfleet, Cordes, she'll take a three. Top of the key, it rows around and rows out, almost went down. Hayes with the rebound, she'll put it back up and gets the roll from the left block. Macy Hayes with the bucket. 8-point game again, another foul here by Altus. As it should be Bella Cordes again.
And now Thessaly Pfeiffer's got to make these free throws, Tyler, too.
Well, now it's a double bonus situation. I tried to speed it up last time to say it was a double bonus. That wasn't the case. Now it's double bonus here for Woodward.
So she gets 2 shots no matter what?
Yes, sir. First one rattles out.
Need to make these, though.
Yeah, you defeat the foul techniques here that we've seen from Coach Turbrush in the last 3 minutes by saying, hey, make your free throws.
This is not normal. Yeah, she has 20+, but you know, we're used to seeing her making these all the time.
Yeah, been a little off here tonight. Second free throw, that one just crawls in.
Now we got 50 points on the board.
Thessaly Pfeiffer has all but 4 of the Woodward points in this quarter and has 12 of them. Altus the other way. 3 on the way from Whitaker from the right wing. That's no good. Rebound taken by Pfeiffer. She's double teamed and fouled 90 feet away from the basket, but that's what Coach Turbrush wants. 50-41, Boomers on top with 36 seconds to go.
It's a long 90 feet to the other basket, Tyler.
It is, but they want that foul. And for Coach Turbrush, that was a good move because they want to obviously keep as much time on the clock to try to erase this 9-point deficit. Thessaly could push it back to 11 if she can make both of these.
At least want to get it back to double digits. And we're there.
And makes the first one.
But Thessaly Pfeiffer, man, what a game she has had. Slipping and sliding.
24 points in this one, and a whistle before the free throws. There was a buzzer, so they had the buzzer go off from the scorer's table. It calls Thessaly missed that free throw. She'll get another chance at it. Free throw, second free throw coming here. This one up, and that one good. So hey, took advantage of it.
Hearing a couple holy mollies, you know, from the crowd. It's been one of those games, Tyler.
Pfeiffer now with 24 points, I believe, in this one. Oh, excuse me, 25. 52-41. Altus the other way, trailed by 11. A heave there from Bella Cordes. Off glass and in, off a double team in the left corner. It was a 2, though. It was a long 2. Crazy shot. And now a foul here by a poke, and it's out of bounds to stay with the Boomers. But goodness, I mean, Altus has got so many shots to just fall.
Man, a scrappy team, Tyler. We talked about it may be a little bit of a tough road for the Boomers. And it's been a tough game.
Yeah, we talked about that this is going to be a team you had to earn against, and Woodward has. Now off the inbound, Tree's going to drive unchecked to the left block, puts up the shot and gets it to go.
And, you know, Altus is not going to have enough time here.
Nope, just 7. Boomers got 11-point lead, 54-43. Norfleet at the top, 1 second. Pass over to Whitaker, and that's going to be the ball game. Woodward will take it 54-43 over the Altus Lady Bulldogs. They fought hard, but Woodward does come up with the win, and they will go to 7-5 on the season. Altus now going to fall to 4-7. With that, we will step aside for a break, come back with some post-game stats, and also the boys will be up next. It'll be the Woodward Boomers taking on the Altus Bulldogs. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Boomer TV and Z92.
You know, nowadays it seems like nothing is built to last, like phones, appliances, cars, computers. But the new Michelin Defender 2-tire is designed to outlast. With a quiet and comfortable ride, you'll have the confidence you need on the roads, whether they're wet or dry. So goodbye to short-lived, and hello to something that lasts.
Visit your local Michelin dealer, High Plains Tire at 2220 Main Street in Woodward. For the past 57 years, Klein Mechanical has served Woodward and Northwest Oklahoma for all your residential or commercial needs, including plumbing, HVAC, electrical, and construction. One call does it all. Klein Mechanical, 1301 Main Street, or give them a call at 256-5014. Good luck, Boomers.
Whether full service or do-it-yourself, the Triple Clean Car Wash has what you want. Located at 1121 26th Street in Woodward, the Triple Clean Car Wash is open Monday through Saturday from 9:30 to 5 for full service. Self-service is open 24 hours year-round.
When I have an asthma attack, I feel scared. It's like tiny nails in the air poke my lungs. I start to cough. Sometimes my parents have to take me to the hospital.
Today, 1 out of 13 children suffer from some form of asthma, accounting for nearly 1/3 of all emergency room visits.
I feel like I'm choking. It's kind of like an elephant is on my chest. A little whistle sound comes out when I breathe.
But while your child may suffer from asthma, asthma doesn't have to make your child suffer. You know how to react to their asthma attacks. Here's how to prevent them. Log on to www.noattacks.org or call your doctor. www.noattacks.org. Because even one attack is one too many.
I feel like a fish with no water.
Brought to you by the EPA, the Ad Council, and this station.
And welcome back to Boomer Basketball on Z92. Dakota Widener, Tyler Riggs with you as the girls emerge victorious tonight. They took a 54-43 win over the Altus Lady Bulldogs. Woodward now 7-5 on the season. Altus falls to 4-7. Looking at some post-game stats here for Dakota. Desley Pfeiffer came into the night averaging 20.5 points. She put up 25 big ones tonight. Really closed it down the stretch for the Boomers. She had 12 of the Boomer 12 of the Boomer. I'm saying that wrong. She had goodness. She wound up closing the game for the Boomers with a lot of free throws, a lot of buckets in the end. Had the majority of the fourth quarter points there. Finishes with 25. Also, hey, we talked about getting, if you could get 2 other around 10-point scores on top of what Desley's doing, that's a good sign. Well, we pretty much did that tonight. Riley Douglas Fisher got 10, 9 from Riley Moore. He had 4 from Chloe Clements, filling in for the injured Avery Edwards. Edwards finished with 2 in this ball game. Jocelyn Treese with 2, and Michelle Barrow with a point.
8 different scores, Tyler.
Yeah, and that's a good sign. I mean, that's
is
what you want. And as we talked about, the more of those you can get, where they're all at least putting in a few buckets, the better. On the Altus side for the Lady Bulldogs, it was the freshman, Maddie Whitaker. She had 10 points. Also, Jenna Blackford with 10, Macy Hayes with 10, and Parrish Norfleet with 8. Also, 2 from Bella Cordes, that heave that went in. But Dakota, we talked about how they looked a lot more balanced in terms of, Altus on film this year. And it showed. I mean, this was a team you got to give credit for being able to bring some fight to the Boomers, and we knew that it was going to be that type of game, and, Woodward took care of business.
And they did, and that's one thing that we have wanted them to see is to go on the road, take care of business, and to prove a point. And over the past 4 games, it's been a struggle. You had that weak Capital tournament. You played 2 good teams, and then Then you fall to Alva, unfortunately. At the last second, you make a rally back, but you couldn't finish business. But, to come back on the road to clean things up, it's a good sign, for them to get a win.
Definitely so. And now, with that, the boys about to be up as they'll be Altus Bulldogs getting ready to take on your Woodward Boomers. Should be another good one here tonight. And we will step aside for another break, come back, and get that matchup set up for you. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Boomer TV and Z92.
Nowadays it seems like nothing is built to last. Like phones, appliances, cars, computers. But the new Michelin Defender 2-tire is designed to outlast. With a quiet and comfortable ride, you'll have the confidence you need on the roads, whether they're wet or dry. So goodbye to short-lived, and hello to something that lasts.
Visit your local Michelin dealer, High Plains Tire at 2220 Main Street in Woodward.
Before I was adopted, I felt alone.
After spending years in foster care, Lexi worried that she and her brother were too old to be adopted. Thankfully, the siblings were adopted, with help from the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption.
I love teenagers. To see how brave Lexi was and how she opened herself up to being in a family, all of a sudden, she's holding my hand and calling me Mom. It was really special.
Every child, no matter their age, deserves to grow up in a safe, permanent home.
Children at every age experience challenges. Teenagers are more complex than young children, but in the best ways.
You're never too old for family. Learn how you can help children still waiting to be adopted from foster care at davethomasfoundation.org.
Ready for our little forest adventure?
Yes!
So much waiting for me. Yeah, I wanna go outside. I wanna be.
We're here.
Whoa, that was fast.
There's a forest closer than you think. Find a park or forest near you and music inspired by nature at discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by USDA Forest Service and the Ad Council.
And welcome back to Boomer Basketball on Z92. Dakota Widener, Tyler Riggs with you as we get set for the boys' game between the Woodward Boomers and the Altus Bulldogs. Woodward 5-6 on the season. They fell to Piedmont 60-40 Tuesday night. Piedmont, Dakota used some strong second and fourth quarters. We talked about that one. Cass Shipley led the Boomers with 14 points. Caden Reed and Hunter Mosley had some strong performances with 10 apiece. Do want to mention Cass Shipley has scored 209 points on the season in 10 games. Not counting that Dodge City game because he started it and got injured in the first literal 40 seconds of the game, so we threw that one out. He's averaging 20.9 points on the season. And Altus, they are 3-7 on the season after a 65-62 loss in overtime to Clinton on Tuesday night. They are coached by first-year coach Todd Whittemore, who's a former Woodward assistant. Him and Coach Roper, Darius Roper, have been on the same staff together as assistants under Jeff Williamson, and now coaching against each other as head coaches. Should be a fun one in that.
Hey, they might be friends, they might be former coaches together, but I was talking to Coach Roper earlier, and he told me this. I said, Coach, we're going to hang 100 on him tonight. He goes, nothing's personal. Everything is strictly business, and we're going to try.
That's right. Because I mean, hey, you're coaching against your guy back in the day.
It doesn't matter if you're my best friend,
Right, when you're on the court. Yeah.
It's business, Tyler. It's a business trip. You don't drive 2.5 hours to lose.
No, and hey, we saw him dressed up, of course, as we talked about, and those, the suit and tie almost, yeah.
Cass Shipley looking snazzy, yeah. Ace Long, Carter Reed, Caden Reed, Joshua Hagmar. The whole team was looking snazzy, Tyler.
Yeah, as Coach Roper trying to get them in that right mindset. We talked about at the top of the broadcast, both teams kind of having some tough weeks last week. You want to be able to, come in with the right mindset and take care of business here on the road. And Dakota, we mentioned this Altus boys team, 3-7 on the season. They are already improved from last year, the way they went 2-17, and Coach Whittemore has already got them 3 wins on the season. A large part of that as, you know, the team is kind of starting fresh a bit, right? They do have a primetime player that was senior one that's in my spotlight, and Stephon Sterling. He's a Vite Top 100 player. He's got size, skill, potential to play at the next level. And he's going to be, you know, a focal point for this Altus team, has been all season. And they've got a mixture of some other good athletes as well that could, you know, have shown they could make some impacts.
You know, and one thing that I feel like Woodward really could do a lot better, and they haven't done a whole lot this season, is being more vocal with each other, Tyler. These guys need to be interacting with each other, not only just saying plays, you know, but communicating, you know, saying, hey, do this, do that. You know, being vocal leaders on the court is what we need. And I feel like something that Coach Whittemore has preached for Altus is being vocal. And, you know, on film, they've been vocal leaders, and something that Woodward lacks and something we need to do.
Yeah, and, you know, communication is key, right? We talk about that a lot. You've got to be a winning team. You have to be great communicators. I mean, you cannot go out and win a gold ball without knowing, hey, I'm able to communicate with my teammates and do it properly.
You look at Sealing's girls; they are very vocal, always yelling on the court.
Definitely so, and that, you know, that comes from players and coaches both to make sure that that's a thing. Well, with that, we've got the starting lineups here for both teams, so we'll turn it over to PA right now to get those. And so there you have the starting lines for both teams. For the Bulldogs, Nico Gloria, that's another one to mention here tonight, a senior that's been developing for this Bulldog squad throughout his 3 years. Then you have Stephon Sterling, Clayton Adams, Jay Selden, and Gavin Shive. For the Boomers, it'll be Carter Reed, Caden Reed, Kyle Martin, Cash Shipley, and Hunter Mosley. Bit of a change. Been seeing Ace Long starting out of the break, but he's starting on the bench tonight. Boomers wearing their road blacks, got kind of that triangular mosaic pattern, whatever you want to call it, as well. Some gold trim, white numbers and text, trimmed by gold. Altus wearing the home whites, white jerseys, white shorts, all navy blue for the rest of it. Tip is up in the air. It's Kyle Martin taking on it was Gavin Shive, and Boomers win it. Quick shot from Hunter Mosley as they go left to right. He could get to go. Rebound taken by Altus. They'll go the other way. Nico Gloria pushes up to Sterling. Sterling into the paint, gets cut off, has to kick it over now, and it's thrown out of bounds as he's looking right wing to Clayton Adams. Be back to the Boomers. So quick action to start here in the first 15 seconds, just underway in this game. With possession, be Cash Shipley inbounding to Caden Reed. The senior will dribble across the timeline, checked by Gloria. Now he'll take it to the right wing. Feeds up top, though, to Shipley, who ran the baseline it up. Shipley gets screened from Martin, attacks, goes to the rim, goes over Adams. Can't get the first one to go, but does get the second one down. The Boomers lead 2-0.
And that's a way for Shipley to start out with a bucket.
It's something that we talked to Coach Roper about, keeping his head up. He's been driving into the lane, but kind of, you know, keeping his head down.
It's a good showing.
You know, and that time kept it strong and got the bucket. Boomers, or it should be Bulldogs the other way. Sterling tries to throw a pass to the baseline. That's off the bottom of the backboard. It was intended for Jay Selden. Boomers come up with Reed now takes it top of the key. We'll set the offense here. Checked by Adams. Couple crossover dribbles. Now gets cut off again and directed traffic. Adams almost steals him, but Reed gets it back. Now go left wing. Still has it. Finally feeds up to Martin. Pass though stolen by Sterling. Stephon Sterling taking it the other way for the Bulldogs. So he can control left wing. Dribbles inside. A nice move through the lane and gets it to go down. And that's a pretty classic Euro step there by Stephon Sterling. He's got a bucket. It's 2-2. This might be a duel between Shipley and Sterling. We'll have to see. 6:35 to go in the first quarter. Top of the key. Caden Reed with it. And handoff to Shipley. Top of the key to Carter Reed. Now goes left wing to Kyle Martin. Martin into the corner to Shipley. Shipley has it, gets a screen there from Carter Reed. Now bounce pass to Reed off the screen, goes up tough over Adams. Can't get the shot to go, but Carter Reed fouled, and he'll go to the line.
Stephon Sterling going to have to come out. Looks like he has a bloody mouth is what he told Coach Whittemore.
Oh, yeah, and he's poking at it. And Adams going to pick up his first, so you're right. Sterling about to come out and attend to the bloody mouth. Can't be bleeding beyond the court. Carter Reed, though, will be at the line, the sophomore. We'll see Keith and Kelson, who was a key contributor for Altus last season, step in here off the bench. First free throw right around and in for Reed. Boomers lead now 3-2. And they'll get Sterling 10-2 quickly to the Bulldogs. Coach Whittemore, I got to say, wearing the snazzy suit. Got the navy going on.
I like it, matching school colors.
Yeah, second free throw, that is no good from Reed. Rebound taken there by Gavin Shive. He'll feed back to Nico Gloria, and Altus will begin their attack. Gloria gets around Shipley, now goes ahead to Kelson. Kelson takes a three from the right corner. That one just a bit short. Rebound bounces around and goes off a Boomer as Caden Reed rushed in to get it, and it went off him. So keep here with Altus on the possession. Kelson will inbound beneath the left elbow. Try to bounce it in there to look like Heldman, and it got stripped away and stolen. Boomers come up with it. Reed in transition tries to go to Carter Reed, and pass got tipped. Or got a bounce. Stayed with Woodward. This Cash Shipley probably going to throw this one in. Nope, going to be somebody different. It'll be Carter Reed inbounding this. Will be beneath the left block. Boomers stack up for a set here. Reed looking, now fires into Mosley outside the left block. He drives into the paint, stops, tries to put the shot, and he's fouled, they'll say. I believe maybe Nico Gloria going to get called for it, and he will. So Gloria with his first foul. 2 fouls here for Altus to start. And at the line, it'll be Hunter Mosley for a pair of free throws.
See if he can convert on this one.
Has been solid throughout the season. Usually is a good free throw shooter. And of course, he misses the first free throw.
It's a good basketball game so far. I've seen a lot of early aggression in a way, but not like harmful aggression.
No,
being aggressive.
Good competitive aggression, as you would call it. Second free throw on the way from Mosley. That's good. So the Boomers lead 4-2. Mosley on the board at the point. Now full court press is on. They'll get into Clay Nabbs. He'll get back to Shive. Now breaks the press up to Kelson across timeline. Bounce pass stolen by Caden Reed as was intended.
Beautiful
there for
read by Reed.
And now Boomers the other way. Shipley in traffic. Gets chopped out. Still gets the shot up and somehow rims out. Thought he had one. Rebound, though, going to go off of Altus as they couldn't save it. Shipley, I think, was either looking for a foul or just kind of confused that one missed.
I think he was flabbergasted.
Good word. Good word. If we're playing Scrabble, you get a lot of points on that one. I like it. Now inbound here goes to Carter Reed. Right baseline, gets the jumper to go down. Nice clean look for Carter Reed. He cashes in. He's got 3. Boomers on top, 6-2, 5:25 to go in the first quarter. Nico Gloria going to walk it up for the Bulldogs. And now a bunch of substitutions. About to get new 5 in with Coach Whittemore. They'll work it around here. As it looks like Stephon Sterling also set to check back in as they've taken care of his bloody mouth. Right wing for 3. Clayton Adams gets it to go down.
That's going to be a
guy. In the face.
We're going to have to guard him on the perimeter for sure.
And he's got his first bucket, 6-5 the other way. Kelson going to come up with the steal on Shipley. Kelson in transition, doesn't have the number, still drives, puts the shots, no good. Follow, good from Gavin Shive, and Altus on top, 7-6. Boomers the other way. Shipley feeds down to Mosley on the right baseline. They say Mosley traveled up fake. I didn't see the extra step, but they saw it, and it's a travel turnover from Woodward. 4:45 to go in this first quarter. Altus bringing some fight early. Has a whole new 5 for him. Stephon Sterling in, as well as it looks like Marquez Milton, Bakari Milton, as well as Noah Ennis and Gavin Langham. Top of the key, Sterling with it. He attacks, gets into the lane, traveled. Yep, that's going to be a travel. And that one was a proper call. Definitely drug his foot there. And he can't drag that, so the bucket was that, but it doesn't count. Boomers get it back, trailing at 7-6. Shipley now facing a full court press here as he looks to inbound. Does throw it into Carter Reed. He's checked by Marquez Milton. Now they'll swing it up to Mosley near the timeline. He does get across from Woodward. Gets stopped there, though. Now he's in trouble. Needs some help. Count is on. Still needs somebody to pass to, and there's a 5-second count. And the Altus bench fired up. They're showing some of that early tempo setting pace here.
They're up by 1, too. God, let's crack them.
Yeah, they've got a lot of momentum going their way. Sterling will inbound to Milton, Marquez Milton, I should say. They'll feed over to Sterling, top of the key. That goes left wing. Excuse me, it's Marquise Wilton. I thought I had a Z. It's Marquise Milton. I'm wrong. Right wing for three, Noah Ennis. That's no good. Rebound on the backside by Hunter Mosley. He'll pitch up to Caden Reed. Reed pass almost picked off there by Noah Ennis, who dove into the Altus bench to almost pick that one off. Ball will stay here with Boomers, though, and it will be Kyle Martin inbounding from in front of the Altus bench. Tries to throw it down to Hunter Mosley. Pass batted, stolen. Noah Ennis comes up with it for the Bulldogs. They go the other way. Now into the right corner. Sterling drives, kicks up top to Makari Milton. Milton over to Marquise. He'll drive into the paint, puts it up. That's no good. Shot was strong. Rebound by Carter Reed. Now ahead to Caden Reed. 2-on-1. Shipley on the bounce for the layup, and good. Good play there by the Boomers. In transition, comes up with the bucket. Shipley with 4. Boomers lead 8-7 in a hotly contested first quarter. 3:25 to go.
One thing I feel like Coach Whittemore really has done well for this team is bring hype.
He brings the energy. That's something you want. Now pass stolen by the Boomers. Martin with it in transition for the layup. Oh, he traveled. He took steps. He gathered too long there. That one unfortunate. He had an easy layup and just kind of made that mental gap. Ace Long will check in for Kyle Martin. And it'll be Long in for the senior. Marquise Milton takes it across. Now they feed up top there and throw it down to Makari Milton. And he'll drive by Hunter Mosley for the bucket. Makari Milton on the board with 2. Altus now back ahead 9-8. Boomers the other way dealing with the press. Long across the timeline. Has an open Hunter Mosley but can't get the pass to him. Stephon Sterling steals it and Altus will slow it down now. They lead 9-8. 2:40 to go in the first quarter. Sterling, the lone player you got to really watch. Drives, puts up a scoop layup and gets it to go on the right block. He's got 4 early. And Altus now leads by 3. Carter Reed on the inbound takes it. Gives it to Hunter Mosley. Back to Carter Reed. They got to work it across the timeline. Counts on. Now to Caden Reed. Still got to get across. Finally they do to Mosley. He takes some contact, no call. Now a nice feed to Carter Reed. Goes up for the layup. And he is blocked by Stephon Sterling. He'll stay here with the Boomers. But again, the pressure is on by Altus. They were playing with a lot of energy early, Dakota.
I think just a second ago they got a bench warning to stay kind of seated. They got on the board a little bit.
But again, they're bringing the energy. Caden Reed with it below the left block. Nice feed into Carter Reed. This time he'll draw the foul. Shot was no good. Makari Milton blocked him, but not cleanly. And it'll be Carter Reed to the line for 2 free throws. Makari Milton with his first foul. 3rd team foul. Altus on top 11-8, 2:17 to go in the first quarter, but Carter Reed trying to slash into that. Couple free throws. First one, that's short. And Reed will try to make the second one. Couple dribbles, dips, he'll shoot. That one is good, nothing but that. So Carter Reed with 4 points as well to match Cass Shipley's 4. They've got 8 of the Boomer 9. Inbound. Altus breaks the press up to Stephon Sterling. Attacks on Shipley. Layup just rolls out. No good. Rebound taken by Caden Reed. He'll go the other way across the timeline. Feeds over to Mosley. Top of the key. Mosley drives into a double team. Puts up the shot. Does the splits. Shot's no good. But Hunter Mosley goes to the line for 2 free throws. Poor guy. That's a tough one to react to there when he slip and go into the splits. Whew.
Well, we know he's flexible.
Yeah. My goodness. I don't think he was trying to bust out a dance move on him after drawing the foul. I wouldn't think so.
Well, but at least we know he's a good dancer.
Foul was on Gavin Langham. First free throw for Mosley is good. So he's got 2 points. He's the other 2 outside the 8 between Carter Reed and Cass Shipley.
Maybe he was trying to limbo.
Trying to tie it up here. First free throw.
And he does.
That's good. Or second free throw, I should say. It's good. So he's got 3, and the Boomers tied up 11-all. 2:03 to go in the first. Presses on. They'll break it, though. Marquise Milton across the timeline. Tacks on Shipley. Puts up the shot. That's no good. Gets his own rebound. That one leaks out on the second attempt. Rebound taken by Ace Long. Out ahead, Caden Reed on the left wing. Again, the line shift coming for Altus. Caden Reed with an up and under. That one's wild, no good off the top of the backboard. Now scrum. Ball's on the floor. Bodies are on the floor. Boomers trying to come up with it. Sterling's on the ground. Do we have a jump ball? We do, between Sterling and it looks like Carter Reed. Sterling a little late to get up, and Coach Whittemore kind of talking to the ref. Wanted the explanation there. Saw some contact. Didn't like the possession arrow, though. He's going to keep the ball with Altus. A frenetic first quarter here at Dakota. 11 all.
It's definitely been a first quarter, that's for sure.
Been back and forth. Nico Gloria and a whole new 5 in for Altus now. Gloria has it at the top. He'll swing to Kelson on the right wing. Downside, they go to Shiv on the elbow. Stolen away, though, by Caden Reed. Ahead to Shipley. Shipley one-on-one on Kelson. Backs him down. Puts him shot good, but they call a travel. And Shipley took a little body contact. And I think, unfortunately, slid trying to check up. We talked about it in the girls' game before, a little slick.
It is. It's pretty darn slip down there.
Altus with it the other way. Kelson on the right wing. Top the key down to Shive. Pass batted, almost stolen by the Bulldogs. And a foul. I can't even keep my composure. My goodness, Dakota. Jeez. Shipley going to get called for the foul. It's off the rails here in the first quarter, folks. Goodness. Shipley going to have his first foul. Team first, just first for the Boomers. Inbound, Clayton Adams for 3 on the left corner, and that is no good. It was an air ball off the right side. Long with the board. He'll take it the other way for the Boomers. Now up to Mosley in the right corner. Shipley for 3. That one strong as well. It's an air ball. And a rebound, fought for, knocked out of bounds. They'll say by Hunter Mosley. Now substitution is Kyle Martin will come in for the Boomers. Mosley will come set.
I meant to say it was a little slippery.
Yeah,
but,
I figured that's what you meant.
It just came out slip.
Yeah, hey, you know, you had a slip with the tongue.
I did. That was a good one.
So now the other way goes Altus as Gloria with it. Still tied 11 all here in the first quarter, 45 seconds. Left wing, Clayton Adams with it. He's checked by Shipley and forces the turnover to Shipley. Adams lost the handle of it.
Shipley said, yeah, that ball's going our way.
So be back to the Boomers. 41 seconds to go in the quarter. And Ace Long going to take the inbound. Pace going to be decently slower here. Reed with it. And wow, they say travel. He started to dribble and they say travel. So they're being, I guess, very watchful on the eyes. I don't know if that's because they know it's a slick court or if they're just wanting you to watch it. So the other way goes Altus as Gloria with it across the timeline. 30 seconds to go in the quarter. He'll bounce over to Kelson, who's in some trouble and throws it off a Boomer. Threw it off Carter Reed. And he'll stay here with the Bulldogs. Smart move by the senior Kelson. Keith and Kelson will trigger on the inbound far side for Altus. He'll get into Gloria at the top. 20 seconds to go down the quarter. Left wing to Adams. Adams goes cross court right wing to Kelson. Avoids a Boomer, crashed in for a block. Now tries to bounce down to Shive. Pass picked off and stolen though by Ace Long. Trying to dribble through a triple team. Ball's loose. Altus comes up with it. Kelson puts some shot log contact, no call. Now ahead for the Boomers to Shipley on the transition. Gets the bucket up and in. And the Boomers
and that's the end of the first quarter.
And that is how we end the first quarter. A wild one as Woodward leads 13-11 after the first quarter. We'll step aside for a break. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Boomer TV and Z92.
You know, nowadays it seems like nothing is built to last. Like phones, appliances, cars, computers. But the new Michelin Defender 2-tire is designed to outlast. With a quiet and comfortable ride, you'll have the confidence you need on the roads, whether they're wet or dry. So goodbye to short-lived and hello to something that lasts.
Visit your local Michelin dealer, High Plains Tire at 2220 Main Street in Woodward.
Why did I wait so long to see a retina specialist?
Retinal disease can steal your eyesight, but it doesn't have to. Patients who seek care from a retina specialist have the best chance of preventing vision loss due to age-related macular degeneration or diabetic retinopathy. AMD symptoms to look out for are distortion or warping of straight lines, as well as blurred or loss of central vision. Patients with diabetic retinopathy should seek treatment if they notice the appearance of spots or floaters or blurred and distorted vision. Visit seeforalifetime.org.
And welcome back to Boomer Basketball on Z92. Dakota Widener, Tyler Riggs with you as we begin the second quarter. Woodward with a 13-11 lead over the Bulldogs. They will have the first possession, does Woodward, of the second quarter. And Shipley throws a pass down to Martin. Almost loses it. Martin back to Shipley. Top of the key for 3 and good. Cash Shipley straight away 3. He's got 9 of the Boomer 16.
Always
they
cash
lead
money.
to 5.
Always cash money.
Always. Pretty sure money is his middle name. The other way goes Altus, left wing. Kelson now bounces down to the baseline to Helton. Back up to Gloria. Tries to go to Shive on the elbow. He's triple team. Still drives. Puts up shot. Gets it to go with the contact. Gavin Shive, what a move.
Shipley said, ooh.
Yeah, that was a tough one. Shive, a tall guy out there at the size for Altus. His first basket.
I think one.
Or excuse me, his second. He's got 4 fouls on Kyle Martin.
I think one thing Coach Whittemore has kind of messed up here is he'll put players in, but he won't play them long enough to get to a rhythm, and then he'll switch them out.
Well, and I think a lot of that, though, you got a lot of guys that don't have a lot of varsity experience from last year. Boomers the other way. Shot up by Shipley, no good. Shive did make the N1 free throw, so 16-14, Boomers on top. Shot no good by Shipley. Altus the other way. Gloria into the corner to Kelson. Kelson from that right corner will kick it back out to Nico Gloria. Now back to Kelson. Looks to attack. Steps back. Feeds Gloria. Left wing down to Adams. Baseline to Helton. Pass is tipped by Cass Shipley. And we'll stay with Altus.
Way for him to get in there and just barely touch it.
Altus will keep the possession. Below the left block is Kelson. Bounces into Shive. Now left wing to Gloria. Into the corner. Kelson open for 3 after a screen. That's no good, though. Backside rebound fought for. Helton tries to save it and crashes in there to Edwards and Treese. That would have been good if it was, again, on Avery Edwards' knee. But Boomers will get it back. Carter Reed will inbound from the far side. Gives into Caden Reed. Bounces over to Carter Reed. Back over the lawn. They got to get across the timeline. Carter up to Caden now. Finally finds Kyle Barton across. He's on the left wing. We'll try to back it out a little bit. Oh, takes a stab. Does Altus. Now a foul is Keith Kelson. Was all over Kyle Barton and gets a foul on the floor.
Whittemore's not very happy about it.
Yeah, because that was probably not the smartest foul. Kelson picks up his first, team 5th for Altus, 5-2 in fouls. Boomers with advantage there. Carter Reed will take the inbounds for the Boomers. Pass to Shipley, left wing for 3. That one off glass and in. A little old school from Cass Shipley. He's got 12 of the Boomer 19. 19-14, Boomers stretch back to 5. 6:30 to go in the half. Now to Shive on the elbow. Back out to Adams. Top to get to Gloria. Good swing pass over to Kelson. Back up to Gloria. Playing a little catch on the perimeter. Back to Kelson. He tries to drive. Tries to get it down to Helton. Pass is bad. Stolen. Boomers come up with Shipley in transition. 2-on-2. Goes up for a tough shot. No call. Misses the shot. A little bit of contact, but not a whole lot. Altus goes the other way. Shive now up to Gloria on the left wing. He'll attack from there. Drives. Kicks out to Kelson. Right corner for 3. That one offline. No good. Rebound right down to Helton, but he loses the handle. But it's Kelson that picks it up. Gloria, right wing pass, batted by Shipley. Stolen. Ace long. Outruns Adams. Adams on ace. Shots missed. Boomer crowd went to the foul. Didn't get it, but Caden Reed comes up with the board on the backside. He's got it right wing. That goes to Carter Reed at the top. Some more contact. No call. And they call a travel. Wow. So Carter Reed got sent to the floor by contact, and they called a travel. Okay, I'm just going to, as you said earlier, Dakota, sometimes better keep the mouth shut, so that's what I'll do.
Good reference there.
Altus the other way with it as Marquise Milton into the ball game. He's got it. Goes right wing to Noah Ennis. Right corner now to Makari Milton. Inside, Shive with the tough shot. That one goes for a second chance on the putback. Can't get that one. Now Body's on the floor again. Inside, though, as Langham with it. And he gets it knocked out of his hands before he goes with the shot. And that is out of bounds. Stays with Altus. And Stephon Sterling down into the ball game for Gavin Shive. So Altus going with a bit more of the speed look, not quite the size, although Sterling has a lot of length. They'll inbound it to him in the right corner. Now top to Langham. Back over to Milton. Down the corner. Sterling for 3 from the right side. That's no good. Rebound tipped. Picked up by Carter Reed. He's checked by Makari Milton. Trying to get across timeline. Now to Mosley. Over to Reed, who is across the timeline. Caden Reed, that is. Goes left wing long. Now up top to Kyle Martin. Shipley is off the floor here for the Boomers for a minute. Right corner to Ace the Long. Checked there by Sterling. Now on the stolen away. And out of bounds, they'll say off Ace Long as Sterling with the pressure forces the turnover. So Boomers still lead 19-15 with just under 5 minutes to go here in the half. Altus trying to answer back. Noah Ennis with it across the timeline, left wing. Couple dribbles, now feeds to Makari Milton, out to Marquise Milton. This is the 3 from the right wing. Sterling with the second chance, though, powers it up and in from the right block.
That was a good shot.
Sterling with 6. That was a tough move. 19-16, Boomers still on top. Caden Reed feeds to Mosley, who in transition breaks the press, puts it up, gets the shot almost in, but gets the foul at least And Hunter Mosley goes to the line for 2 free throws. And we'll see who the foul is going to be on.
Number 21.
That's going to be on Gavin Lang.
We got Cat Shipley coming back into the game here after this free throw. He'll take out Carter Reed.
First free throw for Mosley is good. So he's got 4. It's 20-16, and as you mentioned, that exchange happens between Shipley and Carter Reed. So the 5 now. Cat Shipley, Kyle Martin, Ace Long, Kate Reed, and Hunter Mosley. Brewers lead 20-16, 4:30 to go in the half. Mosley with the second free throw here, and that one no good. Rebound taken by Makari Milton. Feeds over to Marquise Milton. Now back to Makari. Floats it up now to Langham on the right wing. He tries to drive, gets past Shipley, goes up for layup. That's no good. Good defense by Mosley. Rebound taken by Martin. Shipley flips ahead to Caden Reed, who's open in transition for the layup, and it goes down. Caden Reed with his first bucket of the night. And the Boomers extend their lead now to 6, the game high, 22-16.
And that's what the Boomers want.
And a timeout here by
30.
Coach Todd Whittemore. A quick 30. We'll take it with them as well. We're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
You know, nowadays it seems like nothing is built to last. Like phones, appliances, cars, computers. But the new Michelin Defender 2-tire is designed to outlast. With a quiet and comfortable ride, you'll have the confidence you need on the roads, whether they're wet or dry. So goodbye to short-lived and hello to something that lasts.
Visit your local Michelin dealer, High Plains Tire at 2220 Main Street in Woodward.
And welcome back to Boomer Basketball here on Boomer TV and Z92. Dakota Wagner, Tyler Riggs with you as Woodward leads 22-16 with 4:01 to go in this first half. Out of the timeout, Altus will have the possession. The Sterling inbounding to Marquise Milton. Milton swings back over to Sterling, left wing. Right wing to Ennis. Now on the baseline to Langham. He'll back it out, swing it up to Ennis on the right side. Ennis drives, puts up a tough shot, and gets it to go beyond the block. Kind of a leaner and got it in. So Ennis with his first bucket. Boomers the other way, leading by 4. Ace Long at the top with it. Runs over, hands it off to Ace Long on the right side. Now to Mosley. The swing left wing to Caden Reed. Back down to Shipley near the left baseline. Up top now to Kyle Martin. Martin over to Long on the right wing. He'll back it out again to the top. Dribbles it over to Shipley and they'll reset. Top key now to Martin. Right wing to Caden Reed. Still looking to find a look for Shipley. Now top to Mosley. Mosley checked there by Makari Milton. Almost comes away with the steal. Now inside to Caden Reed. On Marquise Williams. Goes up for the layup and gets it to go down.
Wow.
Caden Reed finding space.
He has just been on an uprise since January, Tyler.
Yeah, we've talked about how he's just gone more of the focus inside. Not really taking a lot of threes as a guard, but has been excellent in the paint. Altus the other way. Quick 3 from the right corner from Gavin Langham. That shot's no good. Rebound on the backside by Shipley.
A lot of good changes that we have seen ever since January, has it?
Let's get the record to show here as they look to pick up a win. Top of the key, Martin with it. Right wing to Shipley. Now to Mosley, left elbow to Reed. Hands off to Mosley, who came around for it. Turns around, puts up a tough jumper, and gets it to go from the left baseline and run around and in.
Got a good smirk there from Coach Godwin. He's liking it.
Yeah, that one 6 now for Mosley. Tough shot there, got to go down. 26-18, Boomers on top by 8 now again. Expanding their largest lead. Left elbow, Stephon Sterling will have it for the Bulldogs. They'll back it out after a little bit of pressure. Reset at the top, looking to drive. A little Euro step at the paint. Good defense by the Boomers all over it. Shot short. Rebound ahead. Shipley in transition for the layup and gets it to go down as Ennis was on him. Now timeout by Coach Whittemore again. So he's not liking what he is seeing. We'll say it right here as we just took one. 28-18. Woodward is now opened this one up to a 10-point lead, their largest of the night. 2 minutes to go here in the first half.
Coach Whittemore decides that he wants a whole new group of 5, Tyler. He said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like Coach Williamson has done in the past.
And, you know, it's just one of those deals. Again, they don't have a lot of experience outside of Sterling and Nico Gloria in terms of starters. So you're still trying to find the right pieces. You're 3 and 7. You got time to work on it down the stretch.
And it really shows what he brings to the table, Coach Whittemore. It seems like when his guys were down by 4 or 5, they got right back together just because of the hype.
Well, that is true, but hey, the Boomers have extended to a 10-point lead, Dakota.
And really quick, too, they have.
And they've been able to force some turnovers. They've keyed in on Stephon Sterling, kind of said, hey, if you're going to beat us, it's not by Stephon Sterling.
One thing we talked on the coaches show was Cass Shipley's three-pointers. Him stepping back, him, finding that range, and we have seen it. He's taken, 2 or 3 good three-pointers here?
Taken 3 good ones, made 2 of them. So he's got 2 threes on the night. He is now up to 14 points in this first half, is responsible for half of the Woodward points.
Second quarter has definitely been better than the first.
8 points in this quarter, so he's done well in both.
Just keeping Altus, from scoring.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Defense a bit better. Altus with it out of the timeout. Gloria at the top of the key. A couple of dribble moves. As he now has Caleb Kirby, who's seen his first action at the top. Right wing to Gloria again. Try to turn drive, bounces over to Clay Knapp. Long 2 from there. That's no good. Good hand in the face from the Boomers. Rebound taken by Caden Reed. Woodward looks to push the other way. Reed up to Shipley on the right wing now. Back up to Reed at the top. Shipley flips it back over to Shipley. Now to Martin. Left wing to Long. Long bounces it down to Shipley in the left corner. Shipley checked there by Adams. Gets a screen from Martin. Now passes up to Mosley at the top. Right wing Caden Reed. Right corner to Long. Long check by Gloria. Has the dribble. Starts to use it. Feeds back up to Caden Reed. 1:05 to go in the half. Caden Reed with it at the top. Bounces it to Mosley. Triple team though. It's pass batted. Stolen and a foul by the Boomers on the steal.
Hunter Mosley going to get his second personal.
And so it is.
No, his first, my bad.
Oh, it is his first. Yeah, I thought he had 2.
I thought he had a foul already.
Only the 3rd team foul for the Boomers in the half, though. No danger of putting Altus in the bonus. It'll be Gloria taking it out of the way for the Bulldogs. Right wing to Kirby. Now top to Kelson. Left wing to Gloria. Now cross court right corner. Kirby bounce to Shive at the elbow. Shive, though, loses the handle on the pass. Somehow it winds up with Clay Navs. Now a couple shots, no good from Altus. Rebound gets poked to Gloria, and he almost turns it over, trying to get to Kellison, but instead a foul by Ace Long, who's racing out on the wing, trying to steal it.
Ace Long went a little too fast for his own feet there and kind of collides and kind of goes out of bounds.
So stay here with Altus. 38 seconds to go in the half. They trail 28-18 to the Boomers. Equal Gloria will take the inbound, has it near the timeline. Now goes right wing to Caleb Kirby. Top key Gloria, left wing to Kelson. Pass batted though by Kyle Martin out of bounds. Good job by Martin to jump the lane. It will stay here though with Altus.
Coach Roper liking what he's seeing, the effort from Kyle Martin.
So inbound from Kelson to Gloria, back to Kelson. They're playing a little catch here at the left wing at the top. Now right wing to Kirby. Kirby swings it back to Gloria and he'll back it out. 20 seconds to go in the quarter. Gloria might be holding this a little bit.
What am I saying? Setting it up, set it up.
Shive sets the screen for Gloria, drives, puts up the floater in the lane. That will go. Rebound by Adams, no good. And Shive tries to come up with it, and it's poked out of bounds off the Boomer. 9 seconds. Altus again with another chance. Beneath the right block will Keith Kelson inbound. Throws it out, right corner to Gloria. 8 seconds. Now Gloria going to turn, drive, kick to the top to Kirby. He tees up a deep 3 straight away. That's no good. Long rebound. Oh, Kirby and his own player collide, and Adams is down. And that's how we end the first half, as nobody came up with the loose ball. Woodward will take a 28-18 lead into the break. We'll step aside and come back with the Dairy Queen halftime show. Listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
Nowadays it seems like nothing is built to last. Like phones, appliances, cars, computers. But the new Michelin Defender 2-tire is designed to outlast. With a quiet and comfortable ride, you'll have the confidence you need on the roads, whether they're wet or dry. So goodbye to short-lived, and hello to something that lasts.
Visit your local Michelin dealer, High Plains Tire at 2220 Main Street in Woodward.
Are you searching for that perfect special attire? Look no further than Top Cat Formal Wear and Accessories at 808 Main Street in Woodward. Top Cat has a beautiful line of bridal, special occasion, and prom dresses to choose from. With no 2 dresses alike, you'll always get that special look. They guarantee the perfect fit for tuxedos at no extra cost and carry menswear for all your needs. Visit TopCatFormal.com or call 580-256-2888 to book your appointment now. Store hours are 10 a.m. through 5 p.m. Monday through Friday and by appointment only on Saturday. Top Cat also offers layaway. Let Top Cat help you shine on your special day.
Unlike other health concerns, mental illness is not always easy to see. Depression won't show up on an eye chart, and you can't measure it on your bathroom scale. Sorting out a mental health concern is not something to attempt on your own. You won't find a bipolar disorder by looking at a thermometer. Like many other health conditions, help for mental illness takes professional diagnosis and treatment. Anxiety won't just go away under a stick-on bandage. So the sooner you seek treatment, the better. If you or a loved one has a mental health concern, don't go it alone. Find out what to do. For 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral, call 1-800-662-HELP. Learn more at samhsa.gov/support. That's samhsa.gov/support.
And welcome back to Boomer Basketball on Z92. Dakota Wagner and Tyler Riggs with you here. Also on Boomer TV as we're at the Dairy Queen halftime show. Woodward leads Altus 28-18 at the break. And really used a strong second quarter. We'll look at some halftime stats here for the Boomers. It was Cash Shipley with 14 of the 28, made 2 threes in that first half, had 6 points in the first quarter, 8 in the second. And then Hunter Mosley with a great effort. He's got 6 at the break, all some tough shots, as well as some free throws, 4-piece for Carter and Caden Reed. So just 4 scores for Woodward Dakota, but definitely some good stuff as they were able to extend in that second quarter and push the lead to 10 for the Altus side of things. A bit more spread out in scoring, and Stephon Sterling with 6, Gavin Shive with 5, and then 3 for Clay Knapp's, 2 for Makari Milton, and 2 for Noah Ennis in the quarters. Woodward led the first quarter 13-11. In the second quarter, Woodward won that 15-7. That's how we get to our 28-18 halftime score here. Dakota, your thoughts from that first half?
Well, it was a good first half. The first quarter really scared me. Altus was just right there neck and neck with us. And then it seems like once Cash Shipley hit a three-pointer, his confidence grew just a little bit more and was able to kind of lead our Boomers into an offensive rhythm that I felt like we took care of really in the second quarter, really kind of found our groove. We're able to play a good defense against this Altus team and kind of shut down Stephon Sterling. Other than that, we played good, and we got to come out with that same energy and same momentum, confidence, everything. Got to come out with it in the second half and use it.
Yeah, and you mentioned shut down Sterling. He only had 2 points in the second quarter after having 4 in the first, but the quality of shots really kind of dropped for him in that second quarter as Woodward really keyed in on him, crashed on him a lot of times when it was clear he was ready to try to drive either from the wing or the top. They crashed on him and said, hey, you either kick it out or you take a really tough shot.
And I feel like we had a totally different effort level going into the second quarter after being neck and neck with them. Like I said, everyone was more on point with everything. They were bought in, to what Coach Roper had to say, and they just seemed way more engaged. And if they do what they did in the first half, maybe with just a little bit more effort, and going and chasing those loose balls and trying to draw that contact, the Boomers could potentially get a win. But, you got to keep on to that 10-point lead. We've seen the Boomers come, into the second half and lose a lead like this.
Definitely so. You have to protect that lead, like you mentioned, and make sure you can keep your opponent at arm's length for sure. With that, we'll step aside for another break here in the Dairy Queen halftime show and come back and talk about, again, kind of what's ahead and what's going on at the moment. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
Nowadays it seems like nothing is built to last. Like phones, appliances, cars, computers. But the new Michelin Defender 2-tire is designed to outlast. With a quiet and comfortable ride, you'll have the confidence you need on the roads, whether they're wet or dry. So goodbye to short-lived and hello to something that lasts.
Visit your local Michelin dealer, High Plains Tire at 2220 Main Street in Woodward.
Imagine a disease that affects more than 10 million Americans, more than AIDS, Parkinson's, ALS, MS, and muscular dystrophy combined. Yet few know its name. Some years ago, my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer, and after surgery, she developed lymphedema, LE. a cruel and chronic disease affecting 10 million Americans that occurs when the lymphatic system is compromised, leaving one with a lifetime of severe swelling and pain. What we found out later is its severity might have been lessened or possibly even prevented if only we were better informed. That's why I'm urging anyone facing cancer treatment to get educated, talk to your doctor, make it part of your cancer conversation. And if you have LE, share your story. With patients and doctors working together, we can learn and live. Learn more at lymphaticnetwork.org.
Unlike other health concerns, mental illness is not always easy to see. Depression won't show up on an eye chart, and you won't find PTSD by looking at a thermometer. Sorting out a mental health concern takes professional diagnosis and treatment. Anxiety won't just go away under a bandage. If you or a loved one has a mental health concern, call 1-800-662-HELP for free and confidential information and treatment referral. Learn more at samhsa.gov/support.
And welcome back to Boomer Basketball on G92. Dakota Wagner and Tyler Williams with you here as we get set to begin the second half between the Boomers and the Bulldogs. I want to mention, of course, if you hadn't checked in on it, Kate Kenny over on K101 right now. The boys game between Hammond and Sealy. I do want to mention that Sealy girls took the win pretty handily, actually, over Hammond. Bit of a surprise there. Thought that one was going to be a pretty good matchup. Sealing won 56-35, and it looks like at the moment Sealing boys are all over the Hammond Warriors, as I believe they've about doubled them up in terms of scoring. It looks like, if I could pull it up here, well, maybe I can't pull it up, not sure. There we go, 66-34, so yeah, almost. That one's in the fourth quarter, but still, round ball roundup coverage underway, so good to see that going. But back here in Altus, Woodward trying to hold on to a 28-18 lead as we begin the third quarter. Dakota Quickly, a key here for the Boomers. We'll talk about a little of them, but anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, I just want to see us, take some more shots, even though I feel like we're passing it too much. Just take more shots. Don't force them.
Yes, sir. So Bulldogs will start with the first possession of the second half. Will be Nico Gloria across the timeline. Swings over to Kelson to the right wing, going left to right in this half. Kelson drives, kicks to Shive, open for the layup. Can't get to go down, bats it. Can't get that, bats it a third time, it's no good. Gets his own rebound again, puts up another tough shot. This time, rebound taken by Hunter Mosley, fighting for it. Now he's going to get tied up. Jump ball is going to be possession arrow to Woodward.
I like the slow thumbs up. Trying to mess with the players a little bit, maybe have a little fun with it.
Fair enough.
She's
Boomers
smiling.
the other way. Across the timeline is Caden Reed. He's checked hard there by Kelson at the top. Reed gets a screen from Mosley, but kicks over to Carter. Reed, left wing, tries to drive, gets it batted out of bounds off of Nico Gloria as Gloria stripped Carter Reed of the ball. Boomers will inbound beneath the left block. It'll be Carter Reed inbounding, slaps it, gets things going, goes to Caden Reed in the right corner. Bounces it down to Carter on the right baseline, drives, kicks back out to Caden. He'll pull it out top and reset. Keith and Kelson checking Caden Reed there. Counts on, bounces elbow to Carter Reed. Carter Reed looking, trying to direct traffic, trying to find some motion. Now, corner, Caden Reed for three, that's strong, no good. Backside rebound, right down to Shipley, spins, and he's going to get fouled. Stephon Sterling basically just held him before he could get the shot up. Shipley checking over with Coach Roper on a call there. They're actually going to say it's on the floor, not shots. That foul going to be on Carter Reed, will inbound beneath the right block for the Boomers. Throws it into Shipley on the right corner. Now back out to Caden at the top. Caden bounces Carter on the right elbow. Now give him go from Carter to Caden Reed into the block, and they're going to say he traveled as he worked his way in there and got double teamed between Gloria and Sterling. So Dakota, after a long possession, no points.
Only a minute and 12 seconds went off the clock.
Yeah, only a minute, 12 seconds. 6:40 to go in the third quarter. Boomers on top 28-18. Altus the other way. Top the key, Gloria. Left wing to Sterling. Back up top to Gloria. Didn't like what he saw there. They pitch it back to Sterling to open for the three. He'll take it and nailed it. I don't know why they sunk off of him, but Stephon Sterling stepped into the three and nailed it. He's got 9. 28-21, Boomers the other way. Left elbow Reed, left wing for Shipley. 3 just rims out. And rebound fought for, and a jump ball is Hunter Mosley able to force that one. It will be possession arrow to Altus, but good job by Mosley. It looked like it was going to be a clean rebound from Gavin Scheid.
I know he wanted that rebound. That's why he fought for that jump ball so hard.
Presses on for the Boomers. Sterling went down to Helton there. Helton up to Gloria. He loses the handle. Stripped by Caden Reed. Now to Carter Reed. Boomers the other way. Carter Reed, top the key, back to Caden. He'll back it out and reset. Near the Altus logo, directing some traffic. Checked again by Kelson pretty hard. Counts on. Finally bounces it to Carter Reed. Looks to Kyle Martin on the baseline. And the shot good from the block. Good movement there from the Boomers. Kyle Martin with his first bucket of the night.
That's what we like to see.
Just simple plays. Boomers lead 30-21.
Not just simple, but smart and accurate.
Absolutely. Top to Gloria. Now left wing to Kelson. He's a 3 deep. That's no good. Rebound, though, gets tipped. Comes down to Gloria. Now inside to Helton. Turns around. Puts up the jumper beneath the basket and gets it to go. So Jace Helton with his first basket. He's got 2. 30-23. Boomers the other way. Left elbow to Carter Reed. Now hand off to Cade Reed on left wing. Driving on Gloria. Double team. Now puts up a heave. That's no good. There was some contact, but not a lot. Altus the other way. Sterling, left wing for 3. That's no good. And a rebound and a foul as Shipley comes down with the board, but Sterling fouls him.
Shipley comes down on that knee, and then he gives Kyle Martin a little bit of a smile.
So second foul on Stephon Sterling. And second team foul in the half. 2-0 on fouls there. Boomers with the edge.
Ace Long, Joshua Hagemeyer.
Hagemeyer seeing his first action tonight, so it's Shipley.
It took out both the Reed brothers.
As both of these did come out, so Shipley Long, Hagemeyer, Kyle Martin, and Hunter Mosley. Boomers the other way. Long with it in the right corner. Drives all the way down the baseline and now back outside. They're going to say he carried it. And, you know, we talked about Coach Roper with that. Dakota Long, a freshman, still learning the ins and outs of basketball on the varsity level, but that's just one of those you gotta realize where you're at. You can't force that one.
Nope.
So press on here. Keith Kelson feeds to Makari Milton. Now over to Marquise Milton. Marquise Milton trying to drive, and he's going to go with the shot. No good. Lock contact. No call. Now ahead to Shipley in transition. A little scoop and gets it to go.
Oh, wow.
He didn't even fully get that one up. Kind of took a trip there and still able to get it up. Shipley was 16. Now almost a steal by the Boomers, and they do for a second. They're going to say it's out of bounds as Coach Whittemore was calling for it. Getting a little snippy out there.
Getting a little fired up.
Yeah, he is.
Got that Jeff Williamson in him.
Altus ball inbound to Marquise Milton. Now a quick pass by Keith and Kelson. Nobody was there. I mean, fire that one into the paint. Nobody was there. So a turnover for Altus after you get the ball back. Boomers the other way. Ace Long with it across the timeline. 32-23 lead. 4:10 to go in the quarter. And now Hagemeyer stripped by Kelson. Kelson in transition the other way. Stops, puts up the layup, and gets it to stick. Keith and Kelson with the steal and the score. His first basket of the night. 7-point lead for the Boomers. Long across the timeline now. Checked by Marquise Milton. Martin to Hagemeyer at the top. Now left wing to Shipley. Checked there by Makari Milton. A little give and go. Shipley in the paint. Getting all sorts of contact. No call. Steal. Ahead now to Stephon Sterling for the dunk. Kind of got it. Didn't slam it down, but put it in for the bucket.
We need to slow down and find our rhythm here.
Sterling with 11. 5-point lead for the Boomers. Altus cut away at it. 32-27. 3:30 to go in the third. Top the key. Long with it. Dribbling around. Checked by Marquise Milton. All the way down to the right block. And a timeout by Coach Jonathan Roper. Excuse me, Raz Roper. And it's full timeout. And we go ahead and step aside with 3:24 to go in the third. Boomers up 32-27 over Altus. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Boomer TV and Z92.
While serving in Iraq, our vehicle was hit. They didn't think I was going to make it. I'm Latoya Lucas, and I'm a veteran. I had to learn to live with the scars, both visible and invisible.
DAV helps veterans like Latoya get the benefits they've earned. They help more than 1 million veterans every year.
My victory is overcoming my wounds so I can help other veterans.
Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
welcome back to Boomer Basketball on Z92. Dakota Wagner, Tyler Riggs with you as Woodward holds a 32-27 advantage with 3:24 to go in the third quarter. Coach Darius Serpa called a timeout there for the Boomers as things were a little hectic, had some turnovers. Altus cut into this 10-point lead to start the second half. They chopped it down to 5. Woodward will have the possession after the timeout. It'll be Cash Shipley beneath the right block. He'll trigger and throw it into Hagemeyer in the right corner. Now up top to Kyle Martin. Martin will hand back off to Caden Reed and they'll direct traffic. Now over to Martin on the right wing. Top of the key down to Mosley. Swings over to Shipley. Pass batted for a second. Mosley gets it back. Almost a steal. Now it's on the floor. And it is a steal. Altus comes up with it. Helton in transition into the paint. Drives. Kicks out to Sterling for 3. A long one from left side. No good. But the backside rebound by Makari Milton and the basket. Makari Milton with 4 points now. Now Altus only trails by 3. Boomers the other way. Caden Reed with it at the top.
We need to score.
Need a basket here. Yes, sir. Swing around to Martin on the left side. Top of the key to Mosley. Now inside to Caden Reed. Loses the handle for a second. They'll say it's off of Altus, so stay with the Boomers. And you can feel the energy shifting. The Altus crowd starting to get more into it here. As they sense this comeback. Boomers, as could have mentioned, need a basket. Carter Reed going to trigger on the inbound. Looking, finds on the backside. Hunter Mosley open for a jumper from the left baseline. No good. Kyle Martin pokes it back up and in from the left block.
Good move there by Kyle Martin.
Found himself open. He's got 4 all in this quarter. Boomers lead by 5 again, 34-29. Piecemeal at the top of the key. Now feeds over to Kelson on the right wing. Now to the baseline to Helton. Helton dribbles it out. Now gives it to Makari Milton. Loses the handle in traffic. Stolen. Boomers with it. Shipley in transition. 3-on-3. Down to Carter Reed. And the baseline's trap. Feeds back to Shipley in the left corner. No drive. Contact. No call. Loses the handle. But Carter Reed comes up with it in the left corner again. Now finds himself kind of in the phone booth. Has to kick it out to Caden Reed at the top. Crossover dribble from there. Makari Milton all over Caden Reed, forcing that count. Now feeds over to Shipley. Right wing, they'll go to Martin. Martin looking, going to Shipley in the right corner. Now dump inside to Martin on the give and go, open for layup and gets it down.
And that's Kyle Martin there, has 6 points in this quarter. Not only that, he's going against his hometown, Altus.
There you go. Right wing, Keith and Kelson with it, loses the handle. It's another turnover on the pass. The Boomers get it back. Lead stretched to 7 now again for Woodward, and a whistle. And not quite sure, maybe a slick spot, or maybe making sure that, oh, they were making sure Makari Milton had his jersey tucked as it come untucked. So they stopped the whistle, or stopped the game for that for a quick second. He got that tucked, and now Brewers will have it after the stoppage. Pass tipped by Altus, and it'll be Boomer ball still as the pass from Carter Reed was intended to Shipley. Good defense there by Keith Kelson. Shipley triggers into Carter Reed on the inbound. They got to get it across the timeline. He's dribbling around. They got to find somebody. Finally, Kyle Martin comes up. Dishes over to Caden Reed, right wing. Count is on those. Kelson all over Caden Reed. Got to find somebody. Finally feeds to Martin. Now top key to Carter Reed. Left wing to Shipley. Top key to Mosley. Bounce pass in to Caden Reed. Hand off back to Shipley. To Mosley. Mosley loses the handle. Ball's on the floor and a foul. They'll say on Altus, as there was a foul. They'll say a couple of reach-ins.
Number 10 for Altus, Clayton Adams, the guy that got hit in the face earlier, is okay.
That's good to see because he went down hard in the half.
He just came back on the bench and all looked okay.
Inbound for the Boomers. Shot by Hunter Mosley in front of the basket. That won't go. It just dribbles out. Rebound taken by Makari Milton. That foul on Altus was Jay Sullivan. Bulldogs the other way. Now Marquise Milton with it. Milton at the top. Feeds down inside to Helton. Helton a little pump fake and gets it to go from the left block. Jay Sullivan with 4 points all this quarter. 5-point lead for the Boomers again. 45 seconds to go in the third. The other way, left wing Mosley thought about 3. Led man bull by him. Drives, baseline jumper. That's strong. A good rebound. Bounces off Kyle Martin. Taken by Makari Milton. Milton the other way with it. Left wing checked by Carter Reed into the paint. A whistle. And they will say a foul on the floor. As Bill drive to the paint.
They're going to get number 2 Carter Reed, and he's saying, "Yep, that's on me."
So claims it, and that is his first foul. First foul of the half for Woodward. And now a timeout by Coach Todd Whittemore with 32 seconds. 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here this time. Either way, we'll keep it here whether it's 30 or full.
Oh,
and
full.
It is a Boomer lead, 36-31 Dakota, with just 32 seconds to go in the third quarter. Altus has cut into what was a 10-point deficit to begin the second half. Quarter has been a little shaky offensively, just 8 points here in the quarter.
Yeah, you know, when Stephon Sterling, comes into the game, it seems like the thing he wants to do most is shoot the three-pointer. So that's something that the Boomers are going to have to look out for, is guarding that perimeter. Other than that, they're doing good in the paint. It's just, they're getting unfortunate non-calls sometimes, and you get the ball stripped away from you.
Definitely so. And yeah, you don't want to leave Stephon Sterling open. I mean, there's that's the last thing you want to do.
You want to guard the perimeter as much as you can coming up for the fourth quarter as much as possible.
So out of the timeout, Altus will have it. It'll be Stephon Sterling triggering on the inbounds. They've got it in their own end here. It's below the left block, jumps it in now to Bakari Milton. Tough shot over. Hunter Mosley, good defense, is no good. Jace Helton flies in for the board. Got the shot to go, but it's a jump ball. Possession arrow to the Boomers. The shot does not count. Altus crowd doesn't like it, but I think that's the correct call. It got tied up.
Even though it's the correct call.
Inbound now to Shipley. As they'll try to work it across the timeline. They feed up to Martin. Stolen, though, by Keith and Kelson. Now flips over to Milton, and Bakari Milton with the basket. He's fired up. Altus cuts it back to 3. Milton with 6. Boomers the other way again, trying to break this press.
Got to score.
Kelson beats Martin at the half-court line. Feeds over to Caden Reed. 7 seconds. Reed through a double team between legs into the paint for the scoop. Layup, it doesn't go. Rebound by Mosley. Tries to get it up. And a whistle with 0.2 seconds to go in the quarter, as Mosley will go to the line for 2 free throws, and the Altus crowd serenading the refs as they do not appreciate it. And that foul going to be on Bakari Milton, his second, and Mosley at the line for 2 free throws here to end the quarter. Can stretch this lead back to 5.
You can't call every ball a jump ball.
First free throw, good from Mosley, despite the barks from the Altus crowd. They are the Bulldogs, so makes sense. First free throw is good. He's got 7. And we'll earn the second here. Well, I say earn the second. We got 2 either way, but has a chance to, again, stretch the lead. Second one is good. So he makes both, and they didn't count the first free throw. It should be 38-33. They've got it 37-33, and we end the first half with the heave from Altus, and that will end the third quarter. Boomers will take a 5-point advantage into the fourth. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
Nowadays it seems like nothing is built to last. Like phones, appliances, cars, computers. But the new Michelin Defender 2-tire is designed to outlast. With a quiet and comfortable ride, you'll have the confidence you need on the roads, whether they're wet or dry. So goodbye to short-lived, and hello to something that lasts.
Visit your local Michelin dealer, High Plains Tire at 2220 Main Street in Woodward.
I'm Ben Affleck, and I want to thank you for joining me and supporting Paralyzed Veterans of America.
I joined the Navy to serve my country. While parachuting with my platoon, my parachute didn't open, and I broke my neck.
Thanks to PVA, paralyzed veterans are getting specialized medical care and treatments, the jobs they want, and the accessible vehicles and homes they need.
I just don't think my family would be as happy as they are without the support that I received from Paralyzed Veterans of America.
Learn more at pva.org.
Back to Boomer Basketball. We begin the fourth quarter. Woodward leads 38-33. Altus first possession of the quarter. Long 3 there from Marquise Milton. Straight away, no good. Long rebound, though, taken by Keith and Kelson. He's got it on the right corner. Tries to pass it out there out of the double team. It's tipped batted out of bounds by the Boomers. Stay here with the Bulldogs. 7:42 to go in the fourth, just underway. Now inbound to Sterling, right side. Nice step through move. It gets a tough leaner to go off glass and in. Stephon Sterling with 13. And Altus again cuts it back to 3. Caden Reed facing pressure in the backcourt. They got to get across timeline. They find Ace Long there. Now the count's on. He's checked by Sterling. Nice behind the back dribble from Ace. Double team. Now kicks over to Martin. They reset to Caden Reed at the top. Count on. Reed checked by Marquise Milton. Now right wing too long. Top key to Carter Reed. Bounces over to Shipley. Shipley going to be checked by McCarty Milton. Back up to Martin. Martin turns, drives, kicks over to Shipley at the top. He'll try to drive from there. Contact. They'll say jump ball. And that will keep the possession arrow with Woodward, but still jump ball force.
Cass Shipley just said no way.
That one looked kind of,
it was a little
like
iffy.
A jump ball. It looked like a jump ball. Boomers keep possession beneath the right block. Shipley with it. Tries to bounce it down to Carter Reed. They went out. Miscommunication, turnover. McCarty Milton the other way. Sterling drives into a tough double team. And a hard foul there from Boomers. Caden Reed and Long go up with them. See who they get. As Stephon Sterling goes to the line for 2 free throws, they will get Caden Reed. Caden Reed. So that'll be just his first, team second for the Boomers in the half. They played it pretty clean. But Sterling at the line for 2 free throws. He's got 13 points in this one. And is looking to cut the lead to 1 for Woodward if he makes both. Couple dribbles for Sterling. Dips, shoots, and first free throw no good. Second free throw coming up. And now Sterling waiting to get the ball. Finally does. Thought he had it for a second. Did not. Couple dribbles. Third dribble. Dips and shoots. Had some movement early, but shot was made as somebody went across the line there. So Sterling will split the pair. He's got 14. It's 38-36. Boomers on top, going the other way. Carter Reed trying to get across timeline, does finally. Runs into a triple team though. McCarty Milton and Marquise steal it. And Marquise comes the other way. Up for the shot. No good. Good defense from Shipley. Rebound by Milton underneath. McCarty, he can't get it to go down. Finally, Boomers come up with it. Caden Reed up to Shipley in transition. Shipley gets it poked away though by Marquise Milton. Recovered. It'll stay with the Boomers. Again, the Altus crowd getting into it. They know the momentum's on their side right now. They won that quarter 15-10 in the third. Boomers trying to find an answer.
Yep, you just need a basket here, Tyler, to get a rhythm going.
Carter Reed going to inbound it. Tries to bounce it into Kyle Martin. 3 Bulldogs there, though. They come up still ahead now to McCarty Milton. Transition for the layup, and it's good, and we are tied. 38 all. McCarty Milton with 8.
We got to be more aggressive in the paint, Tyler.
You're getting too. I mean, they're crashing on you. I don't know what else you do. Right wing, Long with it. Top of key for Martin. Left wing to Shipley. Shipley facing a double team. Stripped and stole again. Altus the other way. Stephon Sterling. Kelson 2-on-1. Addition over to Kelson. Gets Cass Shipley all on top of him. And it'll be a foul as Keith and Kelson goes to the line for 2 free throws with a chance for Altus to take their first lead since the first quarter. And now a timeout here by Coach Darius Roper. It's going to be a full one. He wants to talk about it before these free throws. We'll step aside with him. 38 all, 6:02 to go in the ball game. Listening to Boomer Basketball on Z92.
Tom has been a teacher for over 40 years. One day, I think one of the students had asked the question and he didn't remember the answer. And I also noticed that he was letting his classes out earlier than they were supposed to let out. I was really starting to worry.
Levi and I talked about how it would change our lives, but he was there beside me.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. Visit alz.org/ourstories to learn more. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
And welcome back to Boomer Basketball on Z92. Dakota White, Tyler Riggs with you. And it is a tie ball game, folks. Altus going to the line for a chance to take their first lead since the first quarter after a foul on Keith and Kelson by Cass Shipley. It was his second of the contest. And Boomers have really, unfortunately, have not found their stride in the second half. Altus was trailing 28-18 at the start of the third quarter. Have been on a 20-10 run since. We're looking to extend that. Kelson at the line makes the first. He's got 3 points, and Altus on top, 39-38.
You know, in halftime we talked about, can this Boomer team keep the 10-point lead they have? And it just seems like they just couldn't, find anything in the third quarter, like you said.
Second free throw, no good by Kelson. Rebound taken by McCarty Milton, though. Now to Marquise, a long 2 from the right side. It's good. And Altus turns it into a 3-point play. Boomers the other way, trying to break this press that has harassed them in the second half. Caden Reed with it. Now back to Carter. Caden got to get across timeline. Does to Kyle Martin. Now to Caden. Now to Carter. Boomers trying to work the ladder, so to speak. Right wing now to Long. Right corner to Reed. Reed gets a poke at, and they're going to say it's off of him. It's another turnover from the Boomers. And the pressure is just getting to him right now, Dakota. Altus is on a 23-10 run in the second half. Bulldogs the other way. Stephon Sterling with it right wing for three. In rhythm, that's no good. Rebound, though, by Helton, and they'll say a foul. The Boomers is held Skydford to try to go with the shot. And who will they get for Woodward? It'll be Ace Long, and Altus would go to the line. Long's second free throw, or second foul, excuse me. 5:22 in the game. Altus trying to extend this to a 5-point advantage. First free throw, no good. By Jay Selma off to the right.
Just a 3-point game, but there is 5:22 left to play, Tyler. Still got a lot of time to improve.
You do, but you got to find some rhythm. It has been an ugly second half here. Second free throw on the way for Helton. That's long, no good. Missed both, but again, an offensive rebound. Milton swings over to Kelson in the right corner, and they'll say he traveled as he slipped. So Boomers catch a break there as you miss the offensive rebound, but get it back. Altus crowd not happy. Maybe you should make sure your floors aren't slippery. Boomers the other way. As they work the ladder, again trying to break that press. They feed ahead to Martin. He's double team, feeds over to Carter Reed, now to the corner to Ace Long. He's double team there, back up to Carter Reed. They've been isolating Cash Shipley and haven't fed him. Finally, they get over to Shipley. McCarty Milton misses the steal. Now Shipley into the paint, swatted by Stephon Sterling on the shot, and Altus with the board. Kelson the other way now for the Bulldogs. Kelson into the paint, a floater, it goes over a triple team. Keith and Kelson with the bucket, and Altus leads by 5. 4:42 to go. Martin across the timeline, left wing to Carter Reed. Now top to Caden Reed. Caden at the top, directs traffic, goes left wing to Long. Long looking, now goes left corner to Carter Reed. Carter Reed going to drive Caden Reed going to drive baseline. They'll say foul on the floor as he took some contact. And they'll take it to Keith and Kelson, his second, team 5th.
And Hunter Mosley going to check back into the game for
Kyle Martin. Kyle Martin, as you mentioned. So the 5, both Reed brothers, Carter and Caden. Ace Long, Cash Shipley, and Hunter Mosley. Be Carter Reed inbounding beneath the left block. Boomers trailed by 5. They need a basket. Right corner. Caden Reed on the inbound for 3. That's no good. Rebound almost in the hands of Long, but it got tipped to Kelson. Kelson in transition. Behind the back dribble. Over to the left corner. Now pulls up for 3. That one no good. Backside rebound taken by Hilton. He crashes over it. Mosley now goes for the shot. No good. They'll call a foul on the Boomers. And Jace Hilton will go to the line again. And all the momentum right now for the Bulldogs. It's just been that way since we started the second half. That foul going to be on Carter Reed.
Yep, Carter Reed, just says that's on me, and then Caden Reed quick to, shove the shoulder to Carter and say, hey, cool off.
Couple dribbles by Hilton. First free throw. That one is good. He missed both on the last trip. This time makes the first. And he has his 5th points of the night. Second free throw coming. Spins, couple dribbles, dips, shoots it, and that one rattles him. So J.S. Hilton makes both. He's got 6, and Altus now leads by 7. Carter Reed trying to inbound it, throws it into Caden Reed. Pressure on, though, gets tipped back to Carter Reed. Keith and Kelson absolutely harassing the guards. Now head to Hunter Mosley across timeline. He'll turn, he'll drive into the paint, and they call a jump ball as Stephon Sterling forced it. Possession arrow to the Bulldogs. Woodward just right now, again, Dakota. They've sped themselves up all the second half and have not looked comfortable.
Nope, not one bit.
Marquise Milton will take the inbound, feed ahead to Stephon Sterling on the left wing. Double team there, loses the handle and tries to fire a no-look pass to Jay Sullivan. That one was, well, it looked like it was a no-look. It was way off.
Coach Witt just said, why? Why?
Fair question. Inbound here to the Boomers. Caden Reed with it. Now across the timeline. Over left wing to Carter Reed. Carter Reed finds himself open. Lets a man blow by. Kicks back to Caden Reed on the left side. Passes the screen. Caden Reed with the jumper. That one's strong, no good. Long rebound taken by Keith and Kelson. They say a travel by Kelson. It's back to the Boomers. And Held made a deep shot from the right wing. Didn't matter. as it's travel. Altus crowd not happy. Boomers ball, though. Got to find something. You are on a severe drought. You have not scored in this fourth quarter. 3:28 to go. Inbound. Going to be Carter Reed. Slaps the ball, triggers, gets it into Mosley, runs in, gets run into by Kelson. Now Shipley with it up top to Caden Reed. Caden Reed with the dribble. Check there by Marquise Milton. Feeds back to Shipley. Shipley throws a lazy pass, almost stolen. Carter Reed with it. Now he'll stop, take the open three, and that went off. Wild, no good. Rebound, fought for, it's on the ground. Stephon Sterling comes up with it. Now I think a jump ball. It is a jump ball. Possession arrow to the Boomers. So good job by Hunter Mosley. Clean look by Carter Reed, Dakota, but again, he spent himself up on it. And now another timeout here by Coach Darius Roper.
A 30.
For the Boomers, a 30. We'll keep it here. 3:07 to go in the ball game. Altus up 45-38. It has been an incredible swing. They trailed 28-18 at the break and have been on a nearly 30-10 run since.
It is
27-10 run.
It's very, very, very impressive what Coach Whittemore has put together. But Stephon Sterling, man, you talk about him picking off just about every pass that we've had in this third quarter / fourth now.
He's been an issue. Keithan Kelson's been an issue. He's been
the whole team has been an issue.
Well, they found baskets. They have found baskets, that's for sure.
Well, we might have to start looking at the three ball here, Tyler.
Well, and I tell you what, Altus has done a fantastic job slowing down Cass Shipley. Remember, he had 14 at the break. He had 16 so far in the ball game, and they held with 2 points in the third quarter. He hadn't scored in the fourth. Neither has the team, for that matter. It's now an inbound here for the Boomers. It'll be long, going to Hunter Mosley. Reed with it, bounces down to Shipley. A clean block from behind by Makari Milton. And now it'll be, they'll say a foul on the floor by Marquise Milton. He can't believe it. He's reacting. Ref shoots him a look. So it's a foul on number 23 there, just his first, Marquise Milton. The sixth, though, for Altus. Woodward again gets to extend the possession with 3 minutes to go in the ball game, trailing by 7. You need a basket.
Badly.
And now we're waiting on the inbound here. Waiting to get the ball handed off. And finally, Caden Reed will get it. He'll trigger it. Throws it in again to Hunter Mosley. Now goes to Carter Reed at the top. Trying to find Shipley. He's not there. We'll hand back to Caden Reed now inside to Ace Long on the left block. Back to Caden Reed. Quick three from there. It's contested. That's no good. So short offline. Rebound underneath by Stephon Sterling. Altus the other way. Checked by Carter Reed. Picks up his dribble, needs help, now throws it into the corner. Makari Milton drives, a little Euro step, puts up a tough one and gets it to go. That was over the outstretched hand of a Boomer. And right now, Altus getting everything to fall. They lead by 8. 47-38, 2:25 to go in the ball game. Top the key. Caden Reed with it. Now to Carter, left side. At top to Hunter Mosley. Inside now to Shipley, finally maybe freed up on Stephon Sterling. Turns, puts up the shot as rush, it was short. And a rebound again by Stephon Sterling. Ahead now to Marquise Milton. Cross time line, steal by Carter Reed, but they say a foul as Marquise Milton gets sent to the floor. Now be on Carter Reed. 6th foul on the Boomers. One more Altus in the bonus the rest of the way. And if you're Woodward, dire situation here. 3rd foul on Carter Reed. You got to find a bucket. Got to find a stop. It's been all Altus in this fourth quarter. They lead 47-38.
So he said, give me a sub for number 23. Give me a sub.
Not sure what. Maybe he's bleeding. Didn't see nothing. Maybe he's, I'm not sure what the sub was.
The ref had enough of him is what I'm guessing. He's shaking his head. He's looking at him. He's not happy with him.
Maybe it's something with the jersey because they're working on tucking his jersey maybe. Oh, it's something with the pants maybe. I don't know. And now on the inbound, a turnover from Altus. So you get the turnover you want in all the chaos.
Whittemore kind of not happy about it.
I think the issue was for Milton. It wasn't that he was too badly. It's just that they didn't like the way he was tucking his jersey or his pants were too loose or something. Inbound here for the Boomers. Caden Reed with it. Again, trying to find a basket. Under 2 to go. You're trailing by 8. Carter Reed, trailing by 9. Carter Reed with it. Now to Mosley in the paint. Turns around. Tough jumper. That one bounces around and it sticks. Oh, finally you break the lid. That was a tough one by Mosley. He's got 10. Boomers trail by 7. Now ahead, breaking the press. Stephon Sterling, Euro step past Shipley. Feed over to Helton. Helton with the turnaround hook. That's no good. Sterling, second chance. That won't go. Rebound taken by Caden Reed. Boomers in transition. Reed pushing, bounces down to Carter Reed. Loses it through his hands. He was there. He just didn't take the passing. So now substitution as Marquise Milton comes back in. Noah Ennis out. Altus on the inbound. They throw ahead to Sterling. Sterling breaks the press to Markari Milton. Shot, layup, no good. Good defense by Shipley, but the follow from Stephon Sterling. So now he's got 16. 49-40. Minute 15 to go. Boomers down by 9. Got to find one here. Top of the key. Carter Reed with it. Check by Kellison. Now drives past him to the lane. Puts up the shots. No good. He blew it. Rushed it. Rebound taken by Sterling. Got himself free. Just couldn't finish. Price Milton the other way. He's triple team. Finally sends it over to Sterling. Left wing. Down to left corner to Helton. Altus probably going to try to play catch. Right wing. It'll be to Milton. Milton checked by Long and a reach and a foul. And that will send Marquise Milton to the line for a one-on-one. As Long's third. Team 7th. Now, it's not looking good for the Boomers here as they trail by 9. A one-on-one upcoming for Marquise Milton.
With 49.9 left in the game.
So a couple of dribbles by Milton, now a third. He'll dip, he'll shoot on the one-on-one. That's no good. Rebound taken by Caden Reed. Now ahead to Long. Long bumped hard there by Milton, no call. Finally gets across him, feeds it over left wing. Caden Reed, deep three all the way. That one's wild, no good. Backside rebound taken by Makari Milton. Altus leaves that way. Milton loses off his foot. Back to Caden Reed, 2-on-1. Shipley there on the backside. Carter Reed going to drive. Blow by Sterling, gets the layup to go. Sterling kind of realized the situation, just let him go by. 49-42, 25 seconds to go. Altus the other way now, quick foul by Shipley. As you're at that point where you do have to intentionally foul, down 7 with just 23 seconds to go. This one, a tough road trip is going to turn out to be for the Boomer boys potentially if you can't find a way here. Shipley picks up his third.
We're going to need a Boomer miracle to get back in this one.
Held at the line for a 1-on-1. He hadn't been solid yet. He's only made a few. First free throw, of course, is good, as they say that. As Helton has 7 in this one. Some substitutions here for Coach Woodward to get some fresh legs in.
I wouldn't have done that.
Confusion on who he wants in. Was about to send in a new 5 and said, no, we're good.
That was a smart decision. I was like, I wouldn't do that.
50-42, Altus on top. And now there's 6 players on the court. That should be, that's what they're saying. There's 6 on the court. And they just let him sub it. That should be a technical. There were 6 players on the court. Jackson Boyd seen his first minutes, so they don't call it a technical. Second free throw for Helton is good. So he's got 8. Boomers trail 51-42. 20 seconds to go. Carter Reed in transition gets the tough layup as he pressed that one. So now you got 8 for Reed, but you're trailing again 51-44. Got to try to foul quick ahead though is Makari Milton. Tries to go for the slam, doesn't get it. Lace long with it. Now ahead. Carter Reed, 6 seconds. Time against the Boomers. Mosley driving, double team, turns around, puts some shots, no good. Blocked. Shipley can't get to go. He's blocked and fouled, they'll say, with 0.4 left. Woodward is going to fall short in this one. Shipley's going to have 2 free throws here to tack on to his 16. 51-44. You hear the chants from the Altus student section.
Milton, he pointed at the clock, and the ref kind of laughed. He says, really a foul with 0.4 seconds.
I mean, as long as you're calling the game fairly, I guess. We had it happen earlier in the half, too. That's how it ended.
Coach Whittemore really earned this one with his team tonight.
First free throw for Shipley, no good. Second free throw upcoming. 51-44. That one is good. So Shipley adds 1, and that will be the ball game. Woodward is going to fall on the road here to the Bulldogs, 51-45. They will unfortunately fall to 5-7 on the season now. They'll turn around and have to play a very tough Hooker Bulldogs squad on Tuesday night. On Tuesday night, Woodward, for some reason, it could have randomly cut me off there. Anyways, 51-45, the final. Altus takes this one here on the boys' side. We'll step aside for a break, come back with the post-game stats, and put a bow on things, and again, get you set for what's ahead next week. You're listening to Boomer Basketball on Boomer TV and Z92.
You know, Nowadays, it seems like nothing is built to last, like phones, appliances, cars, computers. But the new Michelin Defender 2-tire is designed to outlast. With a quiet and comfortable ride, you'll have the confidence you need on the roads, whether they're wet or dry. So goodbye to short-lived and hello to something that lasts.
Visit your local Michelin dealer, High Plains Tire at 2220 Main Street in Woodward. On the field and in life, great coverage keeps you on the winning team. Call Caleb Roach at Roach Farmers Agency for personalized insurance service. The Roach Agency says, go Boomers.
Underwritten by Farmers, Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
First Republic Title Company, your real estate closing specialist, is a full-service title, settlement, and closing company. Call Donnell or Terry at 580-256-7349 to assist you in your next residential or commercial real estate transaction.
Kentucky Fried Chicken Taco Bell, 2411 Oklahoma Avenue in Woodward, is open 10:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily. Whether you're hungry for chicken or a tasty Mexican taco, you can find it at Kentucky Fried Chicken Taco Bell. They have what you're hungry for.
This is your captain. We are going to be experiencing some slight turbulence. Please fasten your... Oh, hold on. Just got a video of my cat.
Imagine the pilot of an airplane was as confident as you are texting and driving. Seems kind of crazy when you put it like that.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Unlike other health concerns, mental illness is not always easy to see. Sorting out a mental health concern takes professional diagnosis and treatment. If you or a loved one has a mental health concern, call 1-800-662-HELP for free and confidential information and treatment referral. Learn more at samhsa.gov/support.
Excuse me, to Boomer Basketball on Z92 and on Boomer TV. Dakota Wagner, Tyler Riggs with you as we have our finals tonight. Unfortunately, on the boys' side, Woodward going to fall 51-45. The girls, though, we missed earlier, did take the win 54-43. But Dakota looking at some post-game stats here for the boys. Starting with the Altus side, Stephon Sterling, we highlighted in pregame. He was a Vite top 100 player entering the season as a senior. He led the Bulldogs with 16 points tonight. Then you got 10 from Makari Milton off the bench, 8 from Jay Selton, 5 from Keith Kelson, 3 from Clay Nabbs. He also had 5 from Gavin Shive, 2 from Noah Ennis, and 2 from Marquise Milton. On the Boomer side of things, it was Cash Shipley leading the way with 17 points. He had 10 from Hunter Mosley, 8 from Carter Reed, 6 from Kyle Martin, and 4 from Caden Reed. That second half, we talked about Woodward led 28-18 at the break in the second half. Altus was able to win that 33-17. The third quarter they won 15-10. Then the fourth quarter really poured it on, 18-7. Woodward was not able to score until about the final few minutes of the fourth quarter. So, you know, it's a tough loss on the road. We talked about this Altus team was improved. We knew that was that way on both sides, where Coach Sturbrush had some young talent upcoming. And on the boys' side, Coach Woodward already helped them surpass their win total from last season. And, I mean, just a tough road loss for the boys' school.
Yeah, you take a look back the last time we played at this gym. It wasn't as full as it was. Coach Whittemore has, and, crew has really have a good community out here. And it really showed tonight. And, Stephon Sterling, what a player he is. There's a reason he's in that top 100 vibe. Just a good player, Good thing Coach Whittemore came here. He's really put out a good crew.
He's made it tough, and Altus will make the return trip to Woodward in February. That will be about, I believe, the 11th or 12th. Last year was on the 11th. So we will expect them in Boomer Fieldhouse next month in a return trip. But what's ahead for next week, following these games, of course, on Tuesday, we will be back in Boomer Fieldhouse as Woodward hosts the Hooker Bulldogs. They are ranked, both of them, in the top 15 in 2A. And they will feature some good talent. That last year was a road trip for Woodward, and Hooker took both of those. They were a little bit higher up and were state contenders. I'm not sure if we can say that this year. They're still very talented, though. 2 good coaches there. And then on Thursday, don't forget, we will be in Jones for the Jones tournament. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday coming covering all Woodward games, no matter the time they're here on Z92 for sure. While I can, do want to thank High Plains Tire, our gold sponsor of the Boomer Coaches Show, Top Cat Formal Wear Accessories, Dairy Queen, who is our halftime sponsor, Caleb Roach Insurance, Great Plains National Bank, Dr. Kristen Mosley, First Republican Tile Company, Triple Clean Car Wash, Mines Radio Shack, KFC Taco Bell, Long Shots Bar and Grill, who is our Coaches Show host. Do want to thank Boomer TV, of course, for making the trip with us. Chris Godwin, the instructor tonight, stepping in, and then on the student help is Mr. Dion Harris and Amari Rivera on the camera work for both games there, so very much appreciate them. And again, final scores here. Woodward JV girls, they won big on the boys. The boys lost the JV side 41-39. On the girls varsity, they went 54-43 and go 7-5 on the season, while boys fall 51-45 and now 5-7 on the season. Dakota, any last thoughts here before we wrap it up and head to back home where we wait hooker?
It was a good showing. Hope that everyone makes a safe trip home, obviously, and you know, back on Tuesday, right? Got to go home. You got to get a win. You gotta stand your ground. You know, you're not on a very good road on the start for January, but hey, it's not too late in the season to turn that around and you know, try to improve on some things. You know, there's a lot to take in from tonight and learn from it, and that's what you got to do.
Well, and to that point, to add to it here as we wrap up, you know, both these teams had some really tough losses in January last year. They turned that into, for the girls' side, you won 8 of your last 9 going into the postseason. They used that momentum to come up just a game short of state. On the boys' side, similar deal. You had some injuries, you had some issues in January. They turned it around. They were able to take that district win against El City. First time they'd won district since, I believe it was in 2015, maybe before that. So, you know, things, like you said, to be had. Got to go to Finn home court Tuesday night. We hope you can join us. It'll be right here on Z92. It'll be on Boomer TV as well. And with that, we want to also thank Mr. Ty Albers back on the board, doing an excellent job on production, as he always does. Cannot do without him. Everybody, drive home safe. If you're at home listening, hey, have a great weekend. We will catch you Tuesday night at Boomer Fieldhouse. You've been listening to Woodward Basketball on Z92.
You've been listening to Woodward Boomer Sports on News Talk Sports Z92. Follow the Boomers all season long right